Good evening, folks. It is yet another day of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer. I really didn't know how I was going to start this segment introducing the game. Not the game, the race. Oh my god, I'm off my game. I'm Bash Prime. I'm somehow doing commentary today with y'all. And I'm joined by my co-commentator who is much better than me during explosives. Actually, you should have.
What? I wouldn't say that.
I should have given you the opportunity to name yourself. I'm sorry. I'm joined by my co-commentator, and then there's the segue.
Hi. And there's Op. Op is tracking.
What's up, Bob? He's muted, but he's here. He's present. We're starting on a bit of a delay. It looks like the race time GG timer has officially gone underway, so we should be. And here we go. We are off. I have not had the pleasure of watching any of this week's races, unfortunately, but with this tournament now using version 2.5 of the randomizer, I'm excited. There's been a couple of changes. I've seen some cursed seeds already, just from experience and from other streams. It's going to be a good time, I think.
Sorry. Logical missiles. Okay.
Logical seekers. Let's go.
I'm not certain what the agreements are for this race. I don't see any on the schedule, so I actually don't even know where to find them, honestly.
Okay, so it looks like... Doesn't look like there are any agreements in place. So this is going to be just your standard beginner logic, or some beginner logic, some no tricks logic. Of course, the main energy controllers start. So we get to see at least 5 missiles for the Dark Splinter portion of this fight. Whether we're going to see either of them get a refill. Oh, looks like MightyCaesar lucked out.
Yeah, it's pretty lucky. The missile drops don't work properly when you have less than 10 missiles. Usually you can get a flex drop, but...
Yeah, it goes back to Prime 1 style drop rates, where it's not weighted at all. Or I guess it's weighted specifically, but it's still like, you're not likely, and it's not likely to give you them if you're low. We
should get a pretty interesting race today. Both of these runners are currently 1 and 2 in our 4th round now. If either of them want to make top 8, they're going to have to win both of their remaining matches. So it's going to be all the races from now on are going to be pretty tight.
The stakes are pretty high for sure. I was trying to find a way to make that a pun, but it doesn't work for Echoes. Splinter steaks. Really. I bet that's a delicious delicacy here in Aether. Especially when they're seasoned with that dark sauce, you know, that the Ing provide. Dark cloudy.
Yeah, the Ing sauce.
Aren't the Ing clouds just squid ink? Is that the lore?
I don't know about that. Oh, it looks like Caesar is deciding to go back with Violet to get that hint.
Yeah.
I usually leave this until a save warp because there's usually a save warp that you do early on, but this also works just fine.
Yeah, we'll likely see an Aegon play. We'll see the Aegon visit and then some possible Temple Grounds cleanup, and since they go back to that room, it works out.
Unfortunately, the hint was not very useful. Just the returning at Sanctuary Energy hint is just an energy tank, that's all.
Well, at least Umos 2 is dead, unlike the 1 seed that I had last week.
That had Dark Visor, right?
It did. It had Go Mode Dark Visor.
Looks like, was that beam ammo? I think it was beam ammo that Kazuto saw.
It looked like it, but I wasn't entirely sure.
Oh, getting lucky with the missile drop. And bombs, okay.
Yeah, starting with Seekers, I feel like, can be a bit of a double-edged sword. It depends on whether you find, I guess, Dark Visor quickly. Granted, I'd rather have starting Seekers than Go Mode Seekers, like I did last night.
Yeah, so with bombs, they're able to just get this item in logic using a beginner level double bomb jump. And it was just Dark Visor.
Oh well, there's Dark Visor. Are we gonna see
We're in
see an early Sank entrance? Yeah, we're in Go mode.
We're in Go mode. That's it. Seed's over. GG stall.
Really curious if they're gonna find Boost Ball anytime soon, as well as Light Beam.
Kazuto is deciding to stay in temple grounds using bombs for a bit. I actually kind of agree with this play sometimes. If you're comfortable with it's safe. If you're comfortable with your movement and you think you're going to find something like space jump in communication area, I don't mind dipping to check this item at all. I've done it before in this tournament a couple times. You know,
safe routing in the beginning.
Deciding to do this slope jump instead of Caesar picked up bombs. No.
Wow, Amber in communication area. That's already worth it.
I had Amber here in a race earlier this tournament too.
That's incredible.
That's going to be helpful. And looks like Kazuto's going to decide to do this whole loop. This can potentially be out of logic. In order to exit out to Great Temple, logically you need Emerald, and in order to go out the way back, you need Power Bombs or Screw Attack. So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying there is potential for a soft locky scenario here. Kazuto could just leave using a save warp, but
yeah, having the ability to save warp is huge for this kind of routing.
Huge. And it's just a red key that Kazuto doesn't want to pick up until after reloading the box.
Maybe they'll want to worry about potential consequences of duping it. Thankfully, it's fine. It's Hive Key 3. Let's go. Best key in the game.
Caesar's going to read these hints and pick up this item.
Oh, and Light Beam's probably where he is. Oh, never mind.
Yep. Wait, no, Light Beam...
Light Beam has to be,
Is that the GFMC shit? No, it's not. What is Light Beam?
Could
2 rooms away from...
I can't remember, could it?
Away from bombs. Oh, Light Beam must be, Dynamo Chamber. Sorry, I got it confused with Amber Translator.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It must be Dynamo Chamber. So it looks like Power Bombs are going to be early on in our Seeds logic. Which means the play that Kazuto just made is safe because Kazuto will be able to access GFMC after just fine.
Yeah. And Caesar going back, so they're probably going to get Amber as well. So Kazuto's advantage is going to be a little bit short-lived, but still, going to Aegon with Amber is nice.
And an E-Tank early on too is nice.
I'm telling you, folks, having hints in your control is so big for this game. You don't always get all the info you want, but it influences a lot of my routing decisions.
Yeah, the hints control where you go. A lot of times, late game, when you're just looking for like 1 or 2 items, I usually just skip every check and rush all the hints.
There's that Umos hint.
Yep, because getting it after a save warp to skip riding the elevator an extra 2 times. Or extra 1 time, I guess.
A full round trip cycle. Okay, Caesar getting bombs. That's good.
Finally going to get bombs. Probably punching themselves a little bit for doing the Temple Assembly site slope jump.
I'm so glad you told me about that extended dash. It's so big.
Oh, never go back. Never go back. It's so good. Kazuto also gonna grab this E-Tank. I agree with this play. Once you're at like 2 or 3 energy tanks, even with Variasu, if you're comfortable with your movement, it's generally enough.
You might as well just be invincible
everywhere in Aegon. Yeah, you might as well be invincible in Aegon with this much health. But once you get to Torvis and Sank, that's when you want to start worrying about your health a bit more, where you want like a suit or maybe at least like 4 or 5 E-Tanks. How do you save warp when playing Randomizer Seeds? You need to have the warp to start option enabled in Randomania, which I believe is
by default
in every version. It's always on by default, and then you just say no at a save station, and it will prompt you to press X 3 times fast. I don't actually know if you have to press it fast, but
you just have to press it 3 times. I think.
Caesar gonna get that awesome Hive Key 3. Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be dead since they already have Seekers. That was a missile-related upgrade into Cursed Lake. I find that it's pretty it's not very uncommon. Okay, I need to rephrase my sentence here. I end up getting a key hint there pretty often in like 2.x seeds.
I found keys been the most common item. There, Kazuto's going to learn that power bombs will give light beam.
which I do kind of find a little surprising, since you need light beam seekers, enough E-tanks or a suit.
Yeah, there Kazuto's trying to think about where light beam must be, even opening the map to do so. You know, if you're not confident with your item locations, this is fine. You might as well know exactly what you want instead of you know, trying to figure it out on the fly while playing.
Finally, Kazuto is in Aegon. Caesar's going to be following suit soon. Oh, and with bombs, might see that mining. Or
looks like mining plaza.
That looked like
it's not anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything important. Bombs are nice for climbing mining plaza. A bit slow, or a bit faster than using the missile route or the screw attack route. Okay. Actually, I think you can climb that side that Kazuto just climbed with screw attack. I might have seen Jagger do it once. The light beam can be found in temple grounds. Well, there's that hint too.
That's a little unfortunate to see, because that's one less hint that's available for the general logic that the game expects.
Yeah, that hint for the morph ball bomb being 2 rooms away from light beam was actually a hint that pointed towards morph ball bombs as an item, but just happened to use the light beam item location to be like the comparison. So yeah, because light beam is also a progression item, there was also a hint pointing to light beam. So it just happened to not be useful in that case. Seekers for this is interesting. Unfortunately, Kazuto's 2 missiles hit the wall.
Good obstacle. I mean, they'll get a guaranteed drop pretty much soon.
Probably from this pirate. Yep, there it is.
Nice health. Oh, and Caesar opting to go and be thorough. I can see the play here. It doesn't always pan out. Wait, where was that? I'm sorry.
Space jump boots in Hall of Combat Mastery.
Oh my god!
Another seed where they have to do the morph ball puzzle to get the item.
That's incredible. That was me yesterday.
That's very funny. So we're going to be seeing Spider Ball. Oh wow! Is there a chance that they're going to get power bombs in Aegon? Have to go back to Temple Grounds to get light beam, and then come all the way back, to Bomb
That's
Guardian.
That's looking kind of likely.
Canyon and get space jump. Jeez,
I mean, they have.
I'm guessing that this is going to be the power bombs, though. I don't think there can be anywhere else that they are, except for
they can go to Dark Aegon and do Jump Guardian.
Oh yeah, Jump Guardian is a play. Is leaving Jump Guardian in Logic, like Dark Aegon in Logic? It is, right?
I think so, because you just go back to dueling range and then just go back to the portal room.
I just specifically meant the portal room bomb jump.
That's a good point. For beginner, I'm not sure.
I think it is. I remember it not being a thing in the weeklies because they did no tricks bomb jumps, but yeah, Bellator is telling us in beginner it is. So you're right. That is also another progression path. So hopefully that's the case, because the Kazuto has bombs.
That's probably a routing decision I would make anyways, because I generally do include that as part of my initial Aegon visits. If I have bombs, I'm just gonna.
I just remembered Kazuto had bombs anyway, so it could also just be in the energy controller or somewhere else too.
Here we go. On the money.
There you go.
So backtracking required.
Yep,
it's great.
Time to backtrack back to Temple Grounds. Although checking this first and then also Dark Missile Trooper is a good play. It could, be Dark Beam or something. or no, Spider Ball is still a mystery. So checking.
We say that like it's bad, but generally going back to Temple Grounds and then double dipping to Aegon again is like so common for routing, at least.
Okay. More versus a missile. And if that was like dark ammo we saw, then it's not useful.
Not seeing any Dark Beam comments in the chat, so I think we're good. Well,
Spider Ball on Mining Station B.
What? I'm sorry, what?
That's a hot guess, Asder.
Oh.
we would need Dark Beam, Boost Ball, and Screw Attack to make that happen before Spider Ball being placed.
And enough self-care afterwards.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I would. I don't know about anyone else. I'm vulnerable, chat. I can express my vulnerabilities.
Did you get a peek at what Mining Station A's item was? Since Spider Ball and Power Bombs are early in logic, I was thinking that could also be something important, but I didn't get a good.
I thought I saw it when Kazuto first visited, but I don't recall it being anything.
It's so much harder to tell on these.
Yeah, like it looks fine on Twitch
when you're watching a restream.
Yeah. I could pull the Twitch one up though.
Versus when you're playing off your own CRT screen. Caesar reading the Mining Station A hint while waiting for the Sand Cache gate to go down. Very smart. And probably not very happy to read about Space Jump.
I think 2.5 has become the get good version.
This is a really good version of Randomania, in my opinion. I only started playing around 2.1, but like it's really fun. I'm liking what I've played so far.
I find it weird because I think all this stuff has been possible in previous versions of like 2 point whatever, but seeing them more of these in 2.5 now is just it's really good.
So the biggest change for the tournament seeds for 2.5 that was introduced was that the damage requirements for Chica were lowered. So before the damage requirements for Chica required, I think it was 5 energy tanks with no tricks.
I thought it was as much as like 6 or 7.
It was a lot, but now with no tricks, Chica damage requirements only check for 3 energy tanks, I think, on no tricks, and on beginner combat, I think it's only 1 now. So only 1 logical energy tank has to be placed for Chica to be open, along with all the other things like beams and.
I would bet that would make power bombs a lot more important because of the numerous safe zones you have available. Because the worst you have to do in there's that light beam. To get to like Venomous Pond is going through like Putrid Alcove, and I think the Flogus makes a safe zone. I think when it gets flipped over.
Whereas I believe that's true.
Whereas going through the dark version of a Banner Work site, there's no safe zones there. Or no, there's the they're the ones from the platforms that rise up, but you have the preeds, and it's a long trek, and then you have to either rotate the bridge. Yeah, it can be kind of nasty. So Kazuto has the advantage of being able to route this in once and not having to double back.
Yeah, I can agree with Kazuto's decision to go get the light beam first rather than to do this first, just because
they don't really need to go back.
They want to go back to Aegon next anyway, so
like the only reason they would want to
go.
Yeah, the only reason they want to go back is if they had like a potential Emerald translator to get that hint in an FTA, and then also potentially Ing Reliquary if they had Space Jump, or if they just did the NSJ strat to get it with bombs.
You thinking that we're gonna have another Spider Ball on Dark Missile Trooper? I've seen it a couple times so far this tournament.
I'm not sure I've seen Spider there that much, but I mean, I'm open.
Oh, Sky Temple Key. Okay.
Nice.
Well, it was required nonetheless. So Seeker missiles don't actually put Sank entrance into logic at all, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it checks for missiles. The power bombs are useful for it, yes. And the Dark Visor is not useful for... It's useful for entering Sank from Sank entrance, but not checking the item.
Yeah, that's what I meant
like Seekers.
Say. But like making that potentially more valuable.
Emerald, Boost, and Spider are also required for Sank entrance at this point.
Yeah, I should have clarified. But I mean, like, just for like potential routing, like even if it's not necessarily required, it's just being your logical entry. But since they got power bombs so early on,
the thing that's also required for entering Sank from the entrance in these settings is Space Jump boots, which we know from a hint are in Hall of Combat Mastery. So logically, accessing Sank is done from this side.
I'm curious where.
Oh, Vent Area A, just like
possible Seekers were
just like my race.
Seekers could possibly just be guarding SDKs at this point because they have a lot of access once they get Space Jump. Torvis will be able to be Lagoon can be visited, and then if Boost Ball ends up being early, they can visit Torvus outright through. Again, that requires either Supers or Emerald in addition, but.
I'm thinking that Caesar's probably only just activating this portal. I would not be going to the Dark World right now because the hint was just read for Spider Ball being in Ventilation Area A. So if I was in Caesar's shoes right now, I would go get that Light Beam and go get that Spider Ball because then you're going to be able to get Junction Sight as well. And also, you probably want Space Jump.
You have Spider's Treasure as a whole too, and that's
you have all of Spider's Treasure. You've got Calling Chamber, and you've got I believe. Yeah, Hazen Cliff is in Logic with 2 energy tanks, which Kazuto does have logically. So, actually, no, the first energy tank that Kazuto picked up was not in Logic yet. Actually, no, it was Dark Visor and Seekers. They can go backwards, back to GFMC.
So I could kind of agree with this for potential knowledge. Don't know what that was. That looked like a missile of some sort.
I didn't mean you needed Space Jump to get the Sank entrance item. I meant you needed Space Jump to enter Sank, as in past the Dark Visor, like into Reactor Core. The only option to climb that room without Space Jump is a pretty difficult 3BSJ, which is definitely not in Logic. I believe that difficulty for that trick is Expert.
It's possible Caesar's just doing this now just to have GFMC visit be a potential thing for cleanup, but again, for it being early game,
but you can kind of just loop around after the Space Jump anyway for this before going back to Temple Grounds.
You can just grab Space Jump and come right back.
Yeah. Perhaps Caesar just misinterpreted that hint. Oh yeah, good. It's important to wait until your health is at 20% or under in order to get like a drop from shooting things, because once you're at under 20%, the game will give you a flex drop of an Ultra Energy about 80% of the time, roughly. Looks like Caesar is just grabbing some drops and then going to check Broom Closet.
That's the way to do it. I love how you pointed that out, and because even I would like do Jump Guardian first, just out of like muscle memory, and then now I just go straight to Broom Closet. It's so much better going to Broom Closet first.
Yeah, for the sake of the randomizer, it does help to check this item first. Oh, missing that roll shot, but still being okay on health. You don't actually need a lot of health to be able to survive these areas.
Echo? Oh, Emerald. All right.
Okay. Just Boost Ball puts Sank Entrance into play as a potential location. Caesar not playing safe with their health because they know that these rooms don't actually do that much damage to you as long as you move through them correctly.
Yeah, he's been walking a little bit more than I'm comfortable with, but at the same time...
Yeah, usually you want to roll a bit more than Caesar's doing right now, but this is still fine. The safe zones are so close to each other here because it's an early game area where you don't have Dark Suit. Mm-hmm. So it's generally pretty safe to move through. This jump here can be a little dangerous. Unfortunately, they shot the Ultra that was farther away.
Okay, they're good. I was like, once they get to like around 18 health or so, like they're fine. But when you're watching, it's always nerve-wracking.
Yeah, and it looks like Kazuto. Did Kazuto pick up the hint for Spider Ball in Vent Area A? I'm assuming they did.
I haven't looked, but it's possible. I mean, they're heading that direction.
Yeah, they are. They're going to find it. So
yeah, they're going to find it regardless. Kind of need that for Space Jump.
Unless Kazuto pulls a me, just forgets to get this item while soft walking in Storage D.
So I guess the big if is what's going to happen after Space Jump. Dark Beam could be in labs. It could actually be here in like Dark Aegon.
Could also be the GFMC ship at that point too.
Mm-hmm.
We could have a situation where Kazuto doesn't go to labs and instead does what Caesar's doing right now, fighting Jump Guardian, checking Junction Sight, and then finding Emerald, getting the missile on the ship, or the item on the ship, excuse me, and then checking the hint too.
What if Dark Beam's in Junction Sight?
That would be very unfortunate for Caesar, because they'll have to double dip this area.
I mean, it's not. I don't know if it's that likely, but I mean, out of the kind of limited pool of items that they have, it's possible Dark Beam's also locked by Space Jump. Oh, there's a Inghive
I'd
key
say
too.
that's pretty likely. Oh my goodness!
So good.
2 Inghive keys already. We're getting ready for that vanilla quad.
Those are some good door hitboxes there.
Oh, yep,
that
looks
that's
like
either
ball
boost or
to me.
cannon.
It's boost or cannon, but my guess is it's going to be boost ball, and there might be something in tank entrance.
Oh yeah, that too.
I mean, that Dark Visor has not been required for a lot. The only thing the Dark Visor has allowed to be picked up in Logic so far is an energy tank, and that only puts Haze and Cliff into Logic. So,
you know what? Now I'm just gonna call it. I'm gonna call Dark Beam somewhere in sync.
Are you going to call Dark Beam Sync entrance?
Oh,
that is possible now. If that is boost ball.
Sure. Yeah. That or reactor core.
Yeah, that could be doable too.
Playing stealth mode on with the quads, or yeah, there we go.
Yeah, these quads can be really annoying. I don't kill them first when I do this usually, but once you get to the other wall where you have the area with the phase on the ground, they can start hitting you with their legs through the wall. And when they're hitting you and they're knocking you away from your bombs and you're trying to jump up, it can be kind of awkward.
We're getting a Lavama with a Dark Beam on Airy.
No,
it can be with an Annihilator.
Dark Beam can be on Airy. You just need an Annihilator and Echo and also potentially Screw Attack to reach that area.
Like, technically, Dark Beam could be an Ing Reliquary with the right combination of items. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Randovania is powerful.
It's very powerful.
When you generate lots of seeds, you can see some very rare possibilities that are possible.
I hope that whenever I end up finishing my updates to the Prime Rando, that it will be half as good. Granted, Echo's Rando just has an advantage of the world layout in general. Yeah, just don't bomb jump this.
Yeah. You know, we're getting ahead of ourselves too. We're thinking about Sank locations for Dark Beam too, but Boost Ball and Seekers and Emerald and Light Beam already put some Torvus Grove and Underground Tunnel into play too. Yep, Dark Beam can be on Quadraxis with these settings. I think they can be on Dark Beam. Yes, Echo is required for quad logically with these settings still, I'm pretty sure. I think no tricks can put Dark Beam on Quadraxis, I'm pretty sure.
You need Echo Annihilator, I believe, for Dark World access, because you can't go through into Hive Gyro without Dark Beam. Or sorry,
yeah,
no,
you're gonna have to use
Beam.
staging area. You either use staging area or Caretaker. Kazuto doing this check too.
I didn't see Cooling Chamber, but okay, Dark Ammo. Wow, it could be possible just to only have Space Jump here, which would I mean, it's still valuable, but when Spider's Treasure is in Logic, oh, they have to. This is okay. God. They're fine. They're not.
Ooh, that was close.
They're fine. I was like the Ing, but that's an SDK. Okay, there's value. We're good.
All right, so Kazuto's on the right track, so I'm going to switch the audio over. It seems like
that was a really good pun.
The progression is going to be going over. On the right track?
Yeah.
Although Caesar does have more Inghive keys, so I don't really know who's winning at this point.
You know what we need to do? We need to have, like, Speed Gaming mix the two streams into mono tracks and have one on each track individually.
Oh, Bash.
So Mighty Caesar's on the left.
What a fantastic idea. That wouldn't be confusing at all.
It probably reminds me, or it's probably similar to if you play the Gusty Garden Galaxy and then Champions Road version of that same theme, and it sounds like your worst nightmare imaginable.
Yeah, there's an excellent YouTube video of that.
Great mashup.
Also, yeah, Kazuto has more than enough HP to get this. I believe it's only like just under an E-tank and a half or something. But hey, if Kazuto feels ahead and they want to play it safe, that's also fine.
It's great about having dissonant notes that are a half step apart.
Yep. Caesar does have Emerald, but they're also not going to be able to check the GFMC ship without space jump, unless they just pull out that extended dash.
Yeah. Thankfully, Culling Chamber has a lot more bark than bite. The Ing can be a bit of a nuisance, but at least you have both the force field right there and the refills in the dark being transport, whatever it's called. I can see because they're probably just playing it safe. I can respect that.
Yeah, if you aren't super comfortable with like consistent movement strats that you replicate all the time, then playing it safe in the Dark World is still a good option.
And at least they
Hazen
have,
Cliff was just a dark ammo expansion op. Yeah.
I love how laggy this room gets once that portal opens, especially when you have the Dark Pirate Commandos. And
Dolphin does not like portals at all.
Even on console, that portal when the fade happens, when you enter the portal with Dark Commandos, it's so slow on console. It's fantastic.
What causes Dark Commandos to be in that room? Is it returning the energy?
I think it's a random chance, because I think it can...
Really? I've never seen them.
No, I think it is a layer change. I think it is a layer change. I'm sorry. It could be...
I don't actually know if it's a layer. In my any percent runs, when I get Hive Entrance, I don't see Dark Commandos there either.
Or it could be a like a post first visit too.
Post first visit.
So like, you always have like the guaranteed layer the first time you visit a room.
Like second layer. I used to go to that room twice in runs, and I didn't encounter Dark Commandos at the end, unless
you don't. I think you just get Ing at first when you first visit that room from Sank. And then every time you visit it afterward, when you visit it later in 100%, it's it's well after you get like Spider Ball and everything. So
yeah,
either one of the bosses does it, or it is legitimately just you visited this for the second time.
Did Caesar just peek the Fortress Transport Axis hint and then dip back?
Well, they just got Light Beam.
Grab Light Beam and then go back. I didn't see if they got the hint or not, but. It's probably better to hold it off for later.
I've been mainly paying attention to Kazuto, unfortunately. It's kind of my bad. Not even doing my duty as a commentator to be as observant and omniscient as possible. Like, why am I not even talking about like a race happening like, tomorrow? Like, why am I not commentating my own race versus DCR?
Yeah, why are you
not
have those powers? Omnipotent, Bash? Jeez. Yeah.
Let's be real here. I do not deserve to be omnipotent. That'd be too much power.
I think Kazuto is deciding maybe they're just opening up labs. I can agree with the play of opening it up, just in case you want to come out the front later. But if I was Kazuto, I would probably stick to Jump Guardian. Just because they're a bit earlier in logic, right? Like those checks were doable before Space Jump. So there's a bit of a higher chance that they might have something. Just because they were available for progression placement earlier. But
especially now that we know about potential cannon or boost ball.
Yeah, the cannon or boost ball.
I don't ever do this, even if I have Seekers.
Yeah, I don't really ever think about Seekers for combat in most places. I just do the same.
I have to say, Kazuto is putting them all the time. Points. It's great.
Yeah, major style points for Seekers.
Hello, SpeedGaming Portuguese. Welcome. Appreciate that raid.
Got an interesting seat so far. The only major early game item missing is Dark Beam.
It's crazy that Torvus might not be that much of a factor this seed, depending on what gets found.
Lost underground tunnel again that has the progression.
The value, the worth.
Kazuto trying to just skip breaking some of the things in this room using a scan dash. The way dashes work in this game is when you're holding L and R in the air, the game locks your speed and momentum. So the goal of a dash is to just kind of flick B for as few frames as possible to get a strong combat dash. And then at the right timing, lock your speed and height and direction with the R button. Kazuto just didn't get enough height off the first or off the second dash. Probably just because they pressed B for too many frames and decided to just check it later. Although that item is currently in logic.
So I'm probably going to get a little bit sweaty again because Caesar, nice sunburst. Caesar only has one E-tank going into sync. Now, it's very, very doable to do like Culling Chamber and Hazing Cliff with one tank. Maybe not one after the other. You probably need to get a refill in between. But we'll see how this goes. Caesar has played a decent amount of Echoes Rando, so I'd imagine they can do this, but I don't want to like set, you know, unreasonable expectations since I haven't seen like a ton of Caesar's gameplay, but I know that they have been like they've been involved in the Prime Rando community for quite some time. I think they were in the last tournament as well. Like they know tricks.
Caesar trying to kill the quads first. I can respect that. These guys are obnoxious, although Caesar is destroying the heads first. There's an interesting thing about quads. It's been thought by me a while ago and a bunch of other people as well that you couldn't kill quads outside of the one in temple access without one of boost ball or spider ball. But okay, Caesar is bombing them properly. You can bait out the laser attack from a quad leg by triggering the laser attack and just moving far away. And I see now that they were shooting the head first to do prior damage so that they could destroy the head before it flied to another set of legs. One step ahead of me, Caesar.
Hey, Aaron, you could say that strat was pretty crisp. Why am I on the mic again? I'm not sure. I'm not sure who allowed me.
Oh, are we going to see the cannons be used to kill space pirates? Oh, hell yeah.
Yo, let's go.
Let's go.
Is there something about like the flying pirates in Sank Entrance where if they crash into you, you kind of just die? Or you can take like a decent amount of damage? No, if you shoot the ground.
In the cannon.
If you shoot the ground in the cannon, it damages you and you can die.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because if you're in the cannon and it explodes, you die.
Oh, I knew about that, but I didn't know about the...
Yeah, I believe it does a massive amount of damage to the cannon.
Yeah, the way you're normally supposed to do this room is you reload it after the pirate fight and you use that cannon to destroy the skiff racks on the left. And then the rubble in front of the hole. And then you just jump along the room like Kazuto did to get across. Kazuto took the time to scan the pirate lore hint, right? I wasn't paying attention to that, but if they did, I'm not certain why, because when you go to Battleground, you have Dark Visor, you can always just check it while you're waiting for the fight to finish without wasting more time.
Could be just inexperience. That tends to happen with newer players.
Yeah, that can happen.
I think Kazuto is newer, but I'm not entirely sure. So this is going to be a bit of a gamble just because...
slope jump, though.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Now, if Kazuto had... if knows about how to do sand processing with just the BSJ, that'd be huge, because then they don't have to go back and get the boost ball for potential progression. But I doubt Sand Canyon is the... I mean, I could be wrong. You know, at the risk of sounding wrong, Sand Canyon
Processing,
may or may not have... Or processing, excuse me.
Yeah.
Could or could not have something.
Yeah, we were in a situation where Kazuto was ahead for probably a fairly big chunk of the beginning, but Kazuto's played to check out labs while we know that Caesar did see progression in the other side of Dark Aegon.
I would say Caesar has the advantage right now, because once they get Space Jump, they can just beeline it back to Junction Site and get that boost ball or cannonball.
Yeah, Caesar might have fewer items than Kazuto right now. Actually, do they? No, it's the same. You're right. Caesar just has more knowledge of what the potential progression could be, and is. Mm-hmm. So I say they're probably in the advantage right now.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough health for this.
No, they're gonna be fine. There's a safe zone right there.
Yeah,
they're fine. They're fine. Oh, wrong safe zone. Okay.
Okay. We're okay. Are we? We're okay, right?
It's time to do some thumb twiddling.
Okay, so pro tip for any gamer that's in this situation.
Oh dear lord! No, that was unfortunate.
Oh, okay. Pro tip: if you're ever in this situation, because this has happened to me too, where I'm just like, what do I do? Like, do I just stay here and get health, or what? Roll to the safe zone. They don't have dark beam though to get. Right. Yeah, probably just waiting the safe zone's worth it at that point. If you haven't already destroyed the Ingworm cache. Oh, they saved. Oh,
Is this before Jump Guardian? Or is this before?
I don't know. No, this looks like after.
Oh no, it has to be after. Right.
If they, yeah, they've already opened this up. So they're fine.
Do they have light beam? Yeah, they do. Okay, so they don't have to go back to Temple Grounds, but they do
this
have to
isn't the worst situation
all
for
the way
Caesar,
back.
but it is valuable time that they would have otherwise had to even out this race, if not be ahead by the time they get back to Aegon. So now it'll likely be a bit more even of a race. We'll see though, because Kazuto is going through labs front to back, which can be lengthy. I don't think bioenergy production had anything important, so unless it was, or maybe it was an SDK, I'm not sure. So I see they have 3.
Yeah, the SDKs so far were a Dark Missile Trooper, Culling Chamber, and what was the other one? Was it Bioenergy had one, right? Just now?
It might have been. I wasn't really looking, so I was looking at Caesar.
Yeah, I was looking at Caesar. Caesar was a bit more exciting than just Bioenergy. I think Central Mining Station was just a missile or an E-Tank. It might have been an E-Tank. Now they have 3. Yeah, I think it was an E-Tank.
Vanilla.
Because the command center was ammo, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So now that Caesar knows what's in Spider's treasure, I wouldn't necessarily put it past them to.
Oh no!
I wonder if they're gonna go for Pulling Chamber again. They won't. At least they won't have to do Hazing Cliff, so they have that extra health to just get the SDK and book it out of there.
Yeah, I think Caesar will avoid breaking the Worm Cache, like by the safe zones. There's also another one by the portal, but leave the one by the safe zones open.
Vanilla Dark Beam? Are you serious? Holy!
Well, Kazuto made the correct play then.
That did not imagine that being vanilla. Holy! Oh my god!
Maybe we should just not talk about Caesar potentially gaining ground because
wow, this changes things quite a bit
dramatically on both sides.
That's huge.
Yeah, it could have had that like 20 minutes ago. What is Kazuto doing? Is that what I think it is? No, it's just an expansion.
Oh, do you think that was supers?
Yeah. Like, I mean, it could have been supers if that's boost ball. That's a logical check with Spider and boost ball.
Just roll jump. It's fine. Like
I don't know about you, but Vanilla Dark Beam, when you have so many other options available, can be kind of awful actually.
Like even like I'll say
especially without super attack.
Even if I make the gamble and I end up being right, I'm like, watch, I have a hunch it's gonna be vanilla. Like same with Vanilla Light Beam. Like I'm just angry that's where the game put it with all the other options that get opened up.
Yeah, because I mean, it could have been in Torvis, it could have been in Sank. You know, there's lots of places it could have been. Although eventually it would have pointed towards this location.
Like, my consistency for getting, like, Vanilla Light Beam correct and Vanilla Dark Beam correct, well, maybe more Vanilla Light Beam, more than Vanilla Dark Beam, higher than than it should be. Not, like, crazy good, but it's like a statistical anomaly, excuse me.
Kazuto is delaying doing the Dark Aegon checks from, what is that room called again? Portal Terminal? Yeah, those checks are ones that you almost always make when playing the randomizer just because they're early game checks. So whenever you get an opportunity to skip them, it can feel good, right? Because, you know, you're doing something different, or you think, now that I have all these items, I'm skipping checks that are probably not useful, but it turns out there are 2 things there that are very useful. In Emerald and Boost Ball, I should say.
I'm still speechless from that Dark Beam. Okay, what's Caesar gonna do?
I think Caesar is probably gonna get the Sky Temple key and dip.
So Caesar.
Excellent dash from Kazuto right there. Sorry.
So one thing that Caesar could do, if they know how to BSJ and wall crawl to Dark Samus, they could potentially make that check that way, but I don't know how likely that's going to be.
Which check?
Storage D, Dark Beam, Vanilla.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. There's an intermediate level 1 room out of bounds where you fight Dark Samus. But if you do that, however, you're gonna need another BSJ to leave the room to continue around labs.
That is correct. Yes. Now that the E-Tank in Battleground.
Might as well grab it.
Yeah.
Heal yourself real quick. That play is actually an interesting one because you're basically committing to doing labs backwards if you do that, right? Where you have like logical progression to other areas as well. But in this case, it would be the correct play.
And he also knows about
knew how to do it.
Doing labs backwards with boost ball. I mean, I could see him doing that after he gets boost. If
but once you have boost ball, though, you've exited and you're already at the front of labs. So
fair.
Going to backwards at that point might not make sense. And also, Caesar hasn't lowered the gate yet in Mining Station A, and that trick is a bit more difficult to leave. Oh, the Ing is gonna kill him again.
Oh no, Caesar. Oh, that sucks. I mean, surprisingly, like we're almost an hour in, but we're still like quite early on, I think, with this logic. Like we still have so much of Sanctuary left. We still have so much of Torvus left. No super missiles.
And we've seen Emerald boost ball in addition to what Kazuto has picked up. Anything else? I don't think we know of anything else via hits.
I wonder if Caesar's gonna look for another, because he probably knows that this needs 2 E-Tanks. Well, maybe for the Hazing Cliff.
I don't think Calling Chamber needs a second D-Tank for logic.
Oh, good. Okay.
I might be wrong on that, but I know Hazing Cliff requires, I think it was 220 HP on medium strictness.
I could open a random menu. Hold on. Actually, I already have it open. Nice.
I'm going to have it open when you are playing DCR tomorrow and I'm commentating that race with Diggle.
Oh, really?
Because intermediate difficulty is not one I'm... Like, I know of the tricks, I just don't know which ones are at that difficulty level, and I'm not used to it, so...
Yeah, we're still not doing advanced tricks.
Oh, Nazar's telling us the regular requirements are 150, so medium strength is 225 and not 220, like I said. That's correct.
Oh,
yep, Caesar grabbing the E-Tank.
Okay. Yeah, smart. Not going to take him too long to get back to Aegon, so at this point, might as well just make it consistent and basically guaranteed for you to live.
Mining Station B is Dark
Ammo. Okay, now, I know Storage A is in Logic. But it's not going to have anything. It never has anything ever. Don't quote me. I'm prepared. I'm not going to be wrong. Chica is dead. Chica is unfortunately dead. I'm not wrong. Storage A is dead. There's going to be nothing here whatsoever, except for maybe an SDK. That's the only time it's ever required. And look at that. I told you, chat. I'm correct. Always correct. Storage A, no matter how many times it's in Logic, like I want to say like 90% of the time, it's just an expansion.
There's
nothing good about it.
There was a race. I don't remember who it was between, but I think I was commentating it with Op. And there was a cannonball scanned in Mining Station B. And we're like, oh, that's funny. Cannonball logically lost behind Boost Ball, right? But we knew that Boost Ball was likely blocking progression for Underground Tunnel, right? And Boost Ball ended up being in Storage A, and I called it like 5 seconds before it happened.
That's incredible.
It was Interslice versus Lucarius. Okay, thanks, Interslice. That was a funny race.
Of all the seeds that I've played, even on like Advanced Logic, where like Seekers could be, well, I mean, I guess Advanced Logic doesn't really affect MSP that much, but yeah, I just don't ever find anything in Storage A like most of the time. I'm probably being anecdotal here, but it's just like, and then even when it ends up venturing beyond like a red or green key, it's like Echo Visor or something. It's nothing huge. I think I've had maybe 2 seeds ever where like it's It's been like a early to mid game progression where it's like a beam.
And yeah, chat pointing out bombs and storage A is also possible with these settings, even on no tricks. That is a awful location.
That was a viewer seat I got.
Even if you know how to do wall boosts, leaving mineshaft with just boost ball is awful. I don't even like doing it. I would just save in advance and reset if I didn't find bombs.
Okay, so this is where those 2 deaths are really gonna play out well for Kazuto. Like now that they're finally gonna be able to get boost ball or whatever that is on the first visit. I'm guessing it's
That's hint is about spider ball, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna guess it's boost too. I mean, it could be cannonball, but like junction site is a pretty early location in logic, right? Because it only required bombs and light beam, which only required missiles and power bombs to access. So junction site has been open for a long time.
And it's like, it opens up, now that Kazuto has Dark Beam, it opens up all Torvis. It opens up a lot of Sank as well. Well, maybe not a lot of Sank, but at least the main research caretaker.
If I had to guess, with that Dark Beam,
no, not caretaker. Sorry,
beam, we're gonna find the logical progression being side of Torvis, and then supers are probably somewhere in there.
What if the item after boost is Echo?
You mean in Cache 4?
God. I'm scared because we could be right. I mean, with Torvis, though, having so many more checks than Sank, especially since logically not all of Sank is accessible.
Kazuto will also have Emerald Translator, so...
Oh, that's right.
There's information to pick up there, whereas there isn't any in Sank.
Wait, where was Emerald again? That was in...
Emerald was Broom Closet, so Broom Closet, Kazuto will find it shortly.
Oh, Kazuto... Oh, they have Space Jump.
That room takes so long to load sometimes.
I would imagine it's the Jump Guardian logic that makes it a long load. That's why Artifact Temple takes so long, is because Meta Ridley has to be loaded in. I think in every layer, like it's all Meta Ridley always, or it just Meta Ridley always gets loaded in with the Artifact Temple.
Yes, in Cache 4 is the Dark Beam door room that's connected to dueling range. That is correct. In Cache 4, usually the first in cache that you end up checking in Randomizer.
Depends on how soon you get Dark Beam.
Yeah.
In this case, Kazuto opted to do your labs first.
Bombs in Plane of Dark Worship, as chat is talking about, that's a pretty good location for bombs, honestly. There isn't an awful lot that you can do without bombs in this game, without also having like tons of other items. So usually if you have bombs in Plane of Dark Worship, okay, well now you're in a situation where you have Light Beam, you have either Annihilator or Dark Beam, and you have a suit already before having bombs, like opening up locations in Logic. It's pretty good. Similar to no Space Jump seeds, where you get tons of items before Space Jump, and then Space Jump is like one of your last items before you're done, and it ends up being a Jet Seed because of all the quick items that you had before. Kazuto also using the Jump Guardian hitbox that's available before the fight starts in the safe zone. An interesting tidbit I want to point out about the Jump Guardian fight is that once you trigger the actual boss fight where Jump Guardian is at low health, don't kill Jump Guardian with Light Beam, because once you do, it triggers the like the burning animation or whatever.
But it looks cooler.
And that animation, it does look cooler, but it does waste a little bit of time.
Literally frames. There's boost ball.
And it is real boost ball. Okay.
So question is, are we going to see further Sanctuary stuff or through Sank entrance, or are we going to see Torvis? From here, I would think Torvis,
Torvis is right here.
Torvis is right. It's right there. They can
You have emeralds.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely the right
They
play.
have power bombs. They have like, barring like meditation Vista having something like Torvis is a. Also, the other thing is emerald hints too, and those are. Let's see. I think 2 are available right now. Wow.
Well,
okay.
That doesn't do much right now, but that's cool. Don't have to look for it later. That will end up biting Kazuto, potentially, because Kazuto might come back for the boost ball immediately after getting space jump, right? Coming back for the boost ball, and then not having dark beam from labs to get that is potentially rough.
They're going back. They don't have soup. Oh, maybe they're taking this way back to the portal? I'm a little confused.
I don't think this path to the portal is faster.
It's not. Unless they didn't open the bomb slot.
Oh, yeah, they didn't open the bomb slot. That's interesting. I always open the bomb slot, though.
Yeah, I always do, too. Except for, like, the one time that I didn't.
It is possible to get over the wall without bombing the bomb slot. You kind of like jump up into it, and then you get stuck, and you flick the other direction to get a reposition behind, like over the gate.
Back to it, so it sounds like they opened it already.
Yeah, they probably did open it already. But at this point, you have Torvis from the side being a play, and then you also have some other minor checks like the GFMC ship. You can peek Plane of Dark Warship if you want, but it's not in logic. There's also Sank Entrance, along with Reactor Core, Main Research, and Transit Station. And is there anything else in Temple Grounds I'm missing? Because Hall of Honor Dead was peaked. I don't think there's anything else.
There's like the Meeting Grounds hint, and then the Path of Ice hint.
Yeah, there's also that, which can be collected. But Torvis has way more, and Torvis also...
Technically a one-way trip.
If you find supers, it routes perfectly into all those things that I just mentioned.
Caesar, what are you doing? Okay. Move, Caesar!
Caesar?
Oh, maybe they're baiting the... I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be backseating like this. I'm just... I don't... It's weird how that cutscene repositions you... That cutscene repositions you outside of that force field or the light field for whatever reason. The safe zone.
If you have 2 energy tanks, flex drops for ultra energies will start to spawn at 60 or under. So Caesar did not have to go down to 20 in order to get these drops.
Okay, I think he's fine. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah,
okay,
looks fine.
He's made it, everyone. I'm so happy for Caesar right now.
Excellent.
I bet he's probably relieved too. Okay, so Caesar still can catch up. Kazuto's been thoroughly routing Aegon, and Caesar knows about Boost Ball already. Oh, they could be... Okay, Caesar could be checking Dynamo Works early. Plus the hint. Not a bad play.
I mean, if
assuming the quads don't give him trouble.
Maybe you are just trying to make a play to maybe try to make up some time or something, but I wouldn't call it a good
This
play.
could be it too.
Oh, drops? Potentially?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Okay, yeah, I might as well check this.
Yeah.
That looked like life support system. I
think so. It dropped frames. It could have also been an energy transfer module for all I know.
All right, Kazuto is in Torvis.
System.
This is the play I would make personally. I think it just makes sense. It still has a chance of not working out, but it's a good hint.
Yeah, that's not very useful now.
Not so great, but...
So we were talking about Caesar's like knowledge paying off about Boost Ball, but that's actually going to end up biting Caesar because then Caesar's not incentivized to go to labs, which is a play that we judged.
I mean, Dark Beam...
But it ended up being the right play. Ooh, look, a useless key.
Oh, I think Caesar
doesn't... Could it be the
doesn't...
final Inghive key?
Wait, what's... They're back in... I'm confused.
Oh, they're just checking Did
they never check
Caesar already went? No, I thought
they never did.
Caesar went to Hazing Cliff. Am I wrong?
Well, at least they can just leave right away.
Yeah, they can leave right away.
Okay, so the Metroid's gonna be gone.
Off.
Oh, Come on,
what happened? Why did Caesar fall down twice?
I think he didn't realize he was where he was.
It's just dark ammo. You don't need it.
Oh, Caesar. Oh, don't.
Caesar's gonna be fine, but Dark Ammo is not a necessary play to make.
Okay. I'm just, you never know. I'm just concerned. I'm like a concerned parent right now.
I love jumping all the way around Torvus Grove without a screw attack. It's great.
Okay, they made it. It's great. It's like the walk of shame, you know? There's like one little morph ball thing I do to go a little bit fast, but it just doesn't feel right.
There isn't even anything to dash off of. It sucks.
No.
Yo, nice Crocus. Oh, I just realized even Torvus Plaza is in Logic too.
That's not... You don't see that often. It's not super rare, but having Spider and Boost early...
I've had supers here plenty of times. Like, the logical access into Torvus from the side is... Or is to go from Torvus from this side, and then, you know, supers are one of these items, and you use those to leave.
Okay. Oh, I was getting a little bit excited. I was like, watch, get early... Okay.
You thought Caesar was going to do the one room out of bounds in main reactor?
Yeah.
Yeah, for those who don't know, there's some sustainable like collision on the wall near the top in main reactor where the pirate body usually is, and you can kind of like either jump off the pirate body, or if it's not there, you can BSJ.
Reverse labs is so nice though. It's really powerful. Nice. I think he's gonna go get boost ball, which makes sense. He may do an underground tunnel check, but then that's just gonna lead him back to Aegon. Unless he decides to maybe do like GFMC as a gamble, but okay. So no supers in Plaza
at that point, labs would be a better idea. There's more items and they're closer than GFMC, but you never know. Kill on the pirates before doing the fast strat. It's all right. Those pirates don't normally get in the way of doing this trick.
On the rare occasion they do, they're really annoying. Oh, because you know,
just a little bit
overshot
too early, I think.
You can there's a backup you can do, but Kazuto fell off. So this trick actually isn't that hard. My thing is that because some spider ball tracks you oh, there we go, nicely done. Oh, never mind, that was
I think that was still early.
The thing that threw me for a loop was because for like Powerbomb Guardian and I think a couple other boosts that you do off spider tracks for like speed, you sometimes let go of R at the same time as B. And for this, you want to keep R held down.
Oh, is that an easier strat?
Oh wow, what? That's cool.
I've never seen anyone do that before. That was cool.
Well done.
Oh, there's for that.
Let's go. Wow, that's big.
Well, Kazuto's got Screw Attack, Dark Visor, Annihilator Beam, lots of like extremely like late game items.
Right. Drop everything you're doing and just go to quad.
No bash. That's a bad play.
You know, there's still the remote possibility that supers are in that one room. The best room in the game.
That one room.
Yeah.
Torvus Energy Controller.
Yes.
It could happen. You never know.
It's not likely. I want it to happen. I don't think it's happened yet this tournament. Or it hasn't happened at all for like either this one or the last tournament.
I believe I've only ever seen it happen to someone once.
I think even like Diceron's only gotten it once during his like casual stuff. I have yet to get that there. I'm guessing I'll get it through like a viewer seed, but we'll see. Which I mean, it's not that bad because you can wall crawl to it, but it takes the fun away.
Op, you've gotten supers in Energy Controller a few times. I'm sorry.
That's right, he has. Oh, Op, I'm so sorry.
Well, Screw Attack's going to make movement along like big rooms much easier for Kazuto. So
this is big for Kazuto.
And it's also required to beat the game because they're fighting the final bosses, I think. So.
Vanilla. Watch, it's going to be vanilla.
You think it's going to be vanilla?
I don't know. I'll be wrong, and then I'll guess something else. That does not look like supers.
I love how the thing breaks, like when it's like not even centered.
I haven't tried that. Screw attacking into the skiff. That's cool.
I don't know if it's any better at all than just using light beam, but it doesn't use ammo, I guess, so that's cool.
Oh, he
More
already shot the
Seeker's
one pirate.
combat.
Nice. 2 birds with 1 stone, or I guess 5 missiles.
Caesar making his way through labs, like I said, probably happened, so he's gonna stumble along light beam. Or sorry,
Seeker
dark
missiles
beam.
are just multi-threaded missiles. Never allow me to make that kind of joke again.
Multi-threaded missiles.
You know, with Sanctum. Okay. Maybe supers in like reactor core for like epic levels of trolling.
I think at this point, if I was Kazuto, I would obviously first go get the Path of Ruth's Hint after getting these items here.
Because like,
then,
nice.
yo, Dark Burst? Oh my god.
Because like, what's Dark Visor for? Like, we haven't seen any purpose from Dark Visor yet with this seed. Granted,
no. Dark Visor was for... It got an E-Tank, but so far that E-Tank is not required for logic.
something tells me
as I
that.
know.
Well, because like they don't have any access to the rest of Sank yet. Well, at least Kazuto does now, but and Caesar will at some point.
Yeah, Kazuto has access to the rest of Sank, but I would. Nice.
Oh my goodness! It's great. Come on, Kazuto flex. Just do an air underwater screw attack to
yeah, get the grapple. Come on. Aw. I agree with the not saving here. Okay. Hopping back in the water, deciding not to save at the last minute, getting this hint, and then at that point, I'm not even really sure what Kazuto's gonna do next. I think Kazuto's already checked Hall of Honor dead. Maybe make his way
haven't done the hint or
yeah, Fortress Transport access and the GFMC ship maybe.
Gathering it. Oh, okay.
That can either be Gathering Hall or it can be Hydro Dynamo Station, I think is what that was called.
Yeah, I imagine supers are going to be their next... oh, there's Cannonball.
Cannonball, okay. Nifty.
That actually makes sense, because then you can just splash in the water and make a Cannonball afterwards.
That's an interesting note to make now, that Echo Visor is not locking super missiles. Yeah, supers are locking Echo Visor logically, so...
Are we going to see a potential...
The Annihilator won't help to find.
Triple dip into Sank required? Logically, not like actually, potentially. Depends on if Kazuto's comfortable with the roll jump, which...
Kazuto already looked at this, didn't they?
I'm not sure. I think so.
The item? Oh, they're just moving along.
Because they went this way from Forgotten Bridge, I think. They haven't done anything.
Yeah.
They haven't done like Cache yet, so that could be a thing. Venomous Pawn's also available to them.
Yeah, since Kazuto's here in Torvus, you might as well commit to Dark Torvus as well.
Dark Torvus Arena, potentially. They could save in
Dark Torvus
Falls
Arena.
Right.
There's Putrid Alcove, Cache, like you mentioned. Venomous Pond is also in play.
Okay, so that was an E-Tank. Or, sorry, that was an SGK in Bioenergy.
There's a chance that super missiles can be in any one of these locations. And super missiles are the most important item for Kazuto to find right now, for sure. There was a Sky Temple key in this room, I think. Because now they both got 3. Cannonball is going to be so nice for moving through the Torvus like this. Although Kazuto is opting to just not use it, which is interesting.
This room's kind of a pain to get through without Morphball sometimes.
Well, you can still remain more for longer.
Yeah.
Like right now, for example.
Yo, Kazuto's doing the strat. Let's go. Kill the Huntering. Yeah, not a problem anymore.
Bad Huntering. Yeah. Get out of here.
I always killed that Huntering. It's so annoying.
Yeah, me too. More
all the health in the world. Healthy seed. Get your vitamins and minerals in, kids.
Screw attack hitbox. There's a very funny thing you can do in a cursed lake when you're screw attacking back to the door to go back to Plane of Dark Warship. You can kind of like bonk off some collision, and bonk off of it like near the ground and like be launched backwards.
Expansion.
It can happen in some other rooms too, where you just like bonk off of something on the floor. It doesn't really make any sense. But it's
Okay,
fun.
I don't think Kazuto's done this yet. Sand processing, unless I just didn't notice.
Kazuto has not done sand processing.
Oh my god, what if supers are here?
That would be bad for Kazuto.
Yeah. The great
If it's not hint
equalizer.
to that.
Because so far, Torvis
Helpful.
hasn't really. That's a suit.
That's a suit. That
Opens up Pod W once
it
Caesar
does.
gets their dark beam.
Although Kazuto does have Cannonball to grab it,
Yeah,
and enough E-Tanks to grab it without, but that's besides the point.
with screw attack.
It's
for
now
sure.
in logic
Triple.
with Dark Suit. I was going to say, a helpful tip for sand processing tunnel. Do not boost through it. Both sides, just roll right through it. Kind of like curve the stick, either up left or up right, and you will roll through the hole without slowing down.
I can imagine Caesar may or may not spam some shots as soon as they find out what's in there, in this other closet.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, okay. Like
No
maybe
shots.
they're just. Caesar probably happy that they finally found dark.
Probably just relieved.
Yeah. Which, like, all things considered, like, last locationing Dark Beam wasn't that bad because of where Boost was. And then also, getting Space Jump. Like, the seed has been...
Yeah, and Caesar's
all over the
probably
place.
now incentivized to go to Torvis as well.
But now they have,
Find screw
now they have
attack.
Dark Suit.
Oh, and Dark
So-
Suit too. Caesar won't have to worry about Dark Aether's atmosphere at all.
Mhm.
Nice. Not vanilla Taurus key, I think. Maybe it is. So Boost Guardian is vulnerable to power bombs. You can kind of lay one beside him as he's turning into a little
Nicely
puddle,
done.
and we'll take out Boost Guardian. Power bombs do 50 damage in one frame, so it's
And
quite
that
a lot.
hitbox is out for quite some time.
Also want to note that while Cannonball allows you to boost, it does not have boost ball damage type, so it wasn't able to break those things that drop ultra energies there. And even though Kazuto does have like regular boost ball, the Cannonball damage type hitbox takes priority over that.
So you'll have to lose Cannonball in order to enter Airy, for instance. And then there's, I think, one other room that blocks Boost Cannonball, but I'm forgetting what it is. Everything else you can do, like
No,
spinners
I think you're
and such. It might just be going to Airy.
It's
the
just
glass.
Airy. I think Airy is the only thing that requires boost ball instead of Cannonball. The glass in main gyro blocking the door to checkpoint station on the way to Airy requires boost ball damage type to break, but the glass on the opposite side, on the same level, above, like by the bomb slot near temple access, that requires cannonball damage type to break. So it's kind of funny.
So another thing that's come up, supers could be in Phazon grounds now. And with that Dark Suit especially, that's now in logic, and with screw attack being a thing.
Yeah, that one, those inclines
no.
in Phazon grounds are not real, actually, so Dark Suit is not required in logic to get that. I don't know how many E-tanks are required, but I know screw attack probably lowers the requirement a little bit.
I think like
Kazuto
the bigger
is
strats you don't have to
thinking
have that
about where
many.
to go next. I think Kazuto's going the right way right now because, checking the GFMC ship, getting the Fortress Transport hint,
Agreed.
and then
One thing I would argue
after
a
that you
little
can
more
just check Phazon grounds.
is meeting grounds for the hint if they haven't already done that. I don't think they have, but for checks though, yeah, I agree with you.
The meeting grounds loop can also go back to your ship, and then after that you can decide where to go next. Which is probably
Kazuto has a
Sanctuary, honestly.
Kazuto has an
Sanctuary might
excessive amount of
be-
energy. I just
Yeah,
wanna point that out.
Kazuto's health is insane right now. Don't need any more.
Wow, they could do Reliquary with Cannonball potentially.
Also, I just realized Incash 2 is in Logic now, too. That could be a potential location for
yeah.
Supers.
Yeah, because they could just leave through going back through Grove and go back to Aegon. So that may have been a required dip. And even if it wasn't like required yet, that still was
What is that?
for sure worth getting. That doesn't. That
looks
I
like
want
a
to say that's
missile.
light ammo, but
I thought that was a missile expansion, but every time I see a missile-looking thing there, I get a
no
little
way,
worried.
no ways. Oh my god. Oh, Kazuto. Oh, how are you?
Was it beam related? No, Kazuto didn't read the hint. I like this play. This is funny. So,
Oh, but they have to take damage.
no, they don't. Right here, you don't take damage by the door, like if you hug it here. Wait, Kazuto, that's a light beam door.
I think they're gonna leave, switch to light beam, and maybe come back.
Or just leave entirely.
No, wait, that's a missile system. They don't need to go there, I don't think. Or was...
Are we sure it's a missile system? I'm pretty sure it wasn't even red. I don't remember anyone
Never mind, I was
reading
thinking of a Cursed Lake, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think either player's read it. Never mind. that Metroid guy by the door.
The Ainstorm there is not like a room trigger. There are specific triggers where you take Ainstorm damage. So.
Kazuto fired a Charge Annihilator at the portal.
Yeah, Charge Annihilator does not activate portals.
You think it would,
for
but
some
no,
reason.
It does not. Yeah, nice ricochet there, Caesar.
Yeah, you are able to stay in areas near the doors where the Inkstorm does not damage you. It is actually possible to get that item like without Cannonball, without a suit, with like 6 energy tanks or 5 even. I think 5 is possible.
So I may not have seen it. Did Kazuto go do Meditation Vista at all? Because that isn't logical.
I think Kazuto peaked Meditation Vista earlier, and I don't remember it being a useful item. Missile
Nice.
launcher. Woo!
Oh yeah, Wind Chamber. Actually,
Wind Chamber
both Wind Chambers are
Gateway.
in logic. Because of
Both wind chambers are.
Yeah, Dark Visor and Seekers. I mean, this could be it instead of
Screw attack.
entering. Yeah. Wind Chamber Gateway having supers is a good meme. Because you can only get to it that one way without without wall crawling.
Yeah, you can do Secret World and Wind Chamber
You tank
Gateway and
in
wall crawl
Wind
around
Chamber.
it, but it sucks.
This room is great in all cannons because in Wind Chamber is the only Dark World. No power bombs.
Pull to bash.
Wow. Okay. I see how it is. I feel very, very attacked right now.
Well, you are always forgetting to get a power bomb drop in GFMC.
I forget lots of things. Let's be real here. I forget a lot of things, like getting Defiled Shrine SDK on my way to go fight final bosses in Rando at least. There's the other suit. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so maybe it's Feeding Pit now. Maybe it's Fortress Transport.
So the only things we don't know about are the locations of Cobalt, Gravity Boost, and Super Missiles. That's it. Everything else we know.
Supers are the big one though.
Yep, they sure are.
Wow, so this could be a light suit locked like late game.
Well, there was Poison Bog that was hinted to be a key.
Right.
I think the Aegon key hint was red, and I don't remember seeing Dark Torvus on the list, so it's not an Aegon key. And
we have the Dark Torvus Temple hints though for where those keys are.
Oh, there
wow!
You go. Main research. Well, time to go in through Sank Entrance.
Wow, actually, it was almost on the money with that reactor core guess. That's convenient too, yeah, because it's right there. Huge for Kazuto.
Wow, if only Caesar read the hint when getting Light Beam. That would have been pretty big for Caesar. Because now Caesar's going to go up Sank right now without Cobalt.
But they're probably going to route through.
Be heading the right way.
Yeah, they're going to probably loop around.
They're probably going to go around, but Caesar doesn't have Screw Attack, so Caesar's going to have to do the roll jump and watch station access.
I believe Caesar knows the roll jump. If you're going to learn, I think, anything at Rando, I think learning that roll jump and watch station access is kind of critical. Red key and Dynamo works great.
Ing Hive.
Dark Torvus. I mean, chick is dead.
Kazuto has a power bomb.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Oh, is Kazuto trying to boost into them? Yeah. Like I said before, the cannonball hitbox takes priority, so you're not able to boost into these enemies. Showing off how powerful those grenades are.
Now, this is... Caesar doesn't know it yet, but gambling on Stank is going to work out very much in their favor here.
I don't know if it'll be enough to catch up to Kazuto, though, just because Kazuto knows as well and is also having... Kazuto has screw attack in there also.
Right.
And
Plus,
the
Caesar
knowledge
has
of
to route
Echo
through-
Visor. If
Caesar
Echo
doesn't know about
Visor being
screw attack
required.
yet.
Cannonball. I always love rolling into those things with cannonball because it sounds like you're like a bowling ball hitting some pins, you know?
Bowling for bots.
Yep.
Get that credit.
Octopedes. Are they robots? Are octopedes robots?
They look like robots.
They look like robots to me.
There's a lot of electricity coming out of them.
I'll make sure to ask Asder once Asder is done with the all scans playthrough.
That's great.
I like
I
that.
think that was a force morph. I
Cannon
don't
skip.
think that was intentional.
I think that was a force morph too. Sank entrance opening for
Reggie.
Key.
Being Hive Key 1.
I'm not sure why Kazuto is deciding to scan it, but
Yeah, they're dead.
yeah, the Amorbus
Red keys are
stuff
all
is
dead.
dead, and then Chica's dead, and I mean Quad could have a Sky Temple key, but you have Annihilator beam.
I mean, the Ing Hive Temple Gate might as well just be the French Maginot Line.
Okay, remember when you get the power bomb drop, good. Oh, and there's two.
The Octopedes are not too bad for drops, actually.
Octopedes give nice drops. I think if you kill them with Cannonball, they all die on the same frame, so the drops don't add up to the your current ammunition and health for deciding the drop tables.
I see.
So they all die on the same frame, they all use the same logic, so you can get multiple flex drops. I think that's why Kazuto ended up getting 3 blue energy drops and probably also got 2 power bomb flex drops as well. And yeah,
Okay, Caesar is going for
trying
that
to
roll jump.
That looks like just a missile.
Was that a burger? Not sure. So I mean, Caesar has plenty of opportunities to do this, plus the save station. Actually, they may have saved or... Oh, they got it. Nice.
Nice. There's a chance we actually see them grab supers at the same time.
That's going to be crazy.
Whatever Kazuto saw...
Well, Kazuto would have to... Kazuto's going to have to do Caretaker.
Yeah, Kazuto used... or checked Stank entrance. It was just a red temple key.
I love how the shots just ricochet off the morph ball.
Yeah, what Kazuto is trying to do there is a triple bomb jump. In Echoes, when... Yeah, the Echo's morph ball, bomb timing works a bit differently than Prime 1's do. In Prime 1, when you lay a bomb, I think all 3 of your bombs regenerate, no matter how many you use, after, 3 seconds or something. But in Echoes, your bombs come back 1 at a time, so it changes the way bomb jumps work that are different than double bomb jumps. So essentially, you lay 1 bomb to launch yourself in the air, and then you lay your remaining 2 bombs on the ground and then partially above the ground. And by the time you reach the apex of your jump, you've already regenerated 1 extra bomb, so you're able to use it to make a triple bomb jump. You kind of just
There's basically no cooldown timer. But
there's a
no,
weird cooldown timer.
There's a
I don't know
cooldown
how
after
it
you use all
works.
3, but...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. After you use all 3 of your bombs, even though they visually show up on the HUD, you can't use bombs for about a second or something. I don't know how it works. But it's weird. Caesar doing some standable terrain shenanigans to activate this portal early. Probably looking for super missiles in an aerial training site or something. But Kazuto,
Wow,
grabbed them
Kazuto
and
almost
made
got
research.
knocked off by the... oh, wait, no, they have Cannonball. They're fine.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
Fake,
You know what's interesting? This actually routes really nicely into Lower Torbis, as long as Kazuto knows the statue trick for, the training chamber. The training chamber reverse statue. There's a
wait,
safe
Kazuto-
station right there, and Echo Visor could also be right there, so there's a chance that you can just grab Echo for free, use the save station, check hints, and then, you're already in Lower Torbus, which is beside, the top of Lower Torbus. If you have the pirate fight and Torbus cleared, is a great place to be, because 1, you're at Lower Torbus, 2, you're close to Aegon, you're also close to Torbus, Upper Torbus, and you're also right beside Tank.
Yeah, clearing out the pirate fight in the beginning makes that really nice for routing opportunities.
Yeah, you can't go up the elevator from Lower Torbus to Upper without clearing the pirate fight.
It's funny too, just because sometimes you don't always have Spider Ball and Boost, and so or Cannonball, and so doing that trick to get past the statue doesn't always seem feasible, but it is.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro.
A good tool. Were those 2 SDKs in?
I saw one.
ATS?
I don't know if I saw the other.
I thought I saw a glimpse of another one behind the force field, but I could be wrong. Yeah, and Kazuto has easy SDK hints.
Both of these are grabbable without screw attack, but it requires a bit of 2 tricky tricks. Tricky tricks.
One's dumb, but not that bad. The other one is bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kazuto could have saved in Lower Torbus, checked hints, and then reloaded in Lower Torbus with the potential to route
or even
the
in
key
Sank.
collection, even in Sank, yeah, and just route the key collection any which way they choose.
They probably were just gonna go in and just travel back to the portal.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, actually, since they probably don't know the Lower Torbus trick, they're probably going to just go in through the entrance, which makes sense.
Screw attack was in Torbus Plaza. Caesar is going to be pretty happy about fighting the super missiles.
That's probably going to incentivize him to do Torbus afterwards.
Yeah, probably.
Just the question is now. So even if he goes Lower Torbus, if there's a hint for screw attack, and
wow, that hint would have paid off early.
You sometimes don't want to sleep on doing this early, even if it's a one-way trip, because you can always do it a reload your save at the ship or somewhere else.
I'm gonna keep that in mind, honestly. Read that hint right there.
That's how I found out about Annihilator Beam when in my race against Kirby. Even though he had it way before I did. If they're available, and they're in control, they're.
Yeah, Caesar has not visited Taurus at all.
So there's a chance that Caesar's gonna get, or there's a chance that screw attack could be hinted at in Lower Torbus, which would point Caesar in the right direction. He needs that basically to catch up at this point. Granted, well, I don't know. Kazuto clearly has some experience under the belt from this seed, but.
And like I said, the Dark Beam in labs before getting boost or after getting boost ball means that you're not incentivized to check in cache 4, which was the location for Annihilator. And we don't know if that's required or not yet, but it could be.
Caesar has not been to Torbus yet.
So what, you think we're going to see 2 aerial training site key hints here?
I'm not sure. I thought I could have sworn I did, but I could be wrong. Okay, so 6 left.
Oh, there's
ATS.
one.
Okay, that was in fact an SDK.
Okay, so both suits are required logically. A little upset about that. I can agree with that.
Storage C.
That's T.
Now that could be big for Kazuto because that would point them in the direction of their light suit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Sand Canyon also.
Once again, pointing in the direction of the light suit.
Okay.
So that means Echo is in Gathering Hall.
What's up?
Echo's in Gathering Hall then.
Oh, because it was a proximity, right?
Oh,
ATS again? Right. Yeah, 2 keys.
Okay, so Randomizer's not required. Or wait, there's all the hints. Annihilator and Echo not required. That puts Kazuto into go mode, essentially, as long as they are comfortable getting Ing Reliquary without light suit.
Yeah. If not, then they need to find light suit, and that
And that's sandwiched in between two Sky Temple keys. So there's a pretty big chance that Kazuto's going to find it. Wow, this would have routed him perfectly with a save in Lower Torvus.
Yeah, agreed. Or even in Sanctuary, and then you just book it to main research.
Like actually perfectly, because you could have gone back to Stank for Air Shining Sight using the Echo Visor, and then
that still entirely depends on the amount of experience Kazuto has the routing.
Yeah, that's true.
So who knows? Like, they have a thought process, and it makes sense. I'm sure. It just I don't know exactly what they're what that is because
Storage C and Sand Canyon are literally right in between sand processing, or sorry, on opposite ends of sand processing. So there's a pretty big chance that Kazuto's gonna realize, hey, I didn't check this item when I was here before, and check it and grab Light Suit.
Yeah, Sand Canyon alone probably not so much, but Storage C, since you have to dip into labs, and since you probably want to go through there anyway.
The silly initial pass layer.
What did Caesar? Oh, life support system in Accursed Lake.
Yeah, for the other suit in Accursed Lake. Because currently, no, actually, they can get Wind Chamber Gateway. They have supers and light beam.
Yeah, they do. No, wait, that was a missile system, I think, right? No, I don't remember anymore. I swear,
I think Accursed Lake is a missile system. I'm pretty sure the hint was right at the beginning, and you actually mentioned it recently as well on the topic.
Caesar could be gambling on just.
If Caesar finds Light Suit, like while getting hints as well, this race could turn out really close because Caesar doesn't need Annihilator Beam at all. So it could just come up to execution at this point. Like Kazuto is a bit ahead, but wait, no, the screw attack. I forgot about that. Never mind.
Yeah,
unless that screw attack hint is somewhere useful, then that's going to be annoying. It's probably an Emerald hint in Lower Torvus, though. That's my guess. Those hints are usually
possible.
Really good.
I mean, it also could be. We don't have Cobalt yet either, so it could be there.
Nasty Cobalt.
Kazuto's in a good position here. Like, basically, Caesar would have to book it to SDKs, which it looks like they're doing, but
I think Kazuto is skipping the Light Suit. Yep. Does not care about looking for the suit. Just gonna put himself.
He's just gonna get that Storage D hint in just a bit here.
Does Kazuto have light beam on?
They do. They know now. Nice. I think they knew. They were prepared.
Dolphin struggling a little bit with Reliquary Grounds.
Dolphin systems unable to block local game hazard.
Oh dear, don't.
Whew. Oh.
Yeah, I was sure that Kazuto would know the movement strats for this.
It's possible they don't. They just want to go for it since they had Cannonball.
Does Kazuto still have Cannonball? They didn't reload the save, right?
They do, but they're gonna lose it if they die.
Yeah, that's true. But you can get this item right here if you double bomb jump to it. Oh god, Kazuto, don't unmorph.
Oh my god!
That's it though. I'm pretty sure Kazuto is dead.
Oh my god, yeah, there's no available safe zone until
there is a safe zone by the door. I'm not sure Kazuto will be able to hit
Oh my god, the Ing is just there's the They're
yeah,
they have a bit of a chance, but not much of one.
Drops. I always forget about
two
drops.
ultras. Let's go. Oh my god! If Kazuto pulls this off, though, that's gonna be so big.
Just bomb jump to the key. Come on.
Okay, you're fine. Just stay in Morph Ball now.
Just that also works fine.
Oh, but they have to open the light door still.
No, there's a safe zone by that door that you can use. I just don't know if Kazuto knows about it.
I'm not sure if they do. Are there more blade pods? There's that one.
Yeah, the one that.
It only gave him 30 health.
Yeah, why did it drop red? Must have gotten owned by a drop or something.
Oh,
See,
yeah, they're fine.
there's a safe zone right by the
they're fine.
door.
Yeah,
See, easy.
they did it. Nice job. That could be nerve-wracking for sure.
Well, that was insane.
Mm-hmm. Light suit not required anymore.
What did I just watch? Was that intentional?
I don't think so.
What was the purpose of going all the way around to beat the Metroid before the launch?
Is Kazuto gonna just do a full-on like knowledge drop bomb on us, or what?
What was that?
That was incredible. That's some prime low percent stuff right there.
I don't really know what I just saw.
Okay, so Caesar just got their hints. Yeah, so Kazuto, fully in go mode now.
Yeah, we're in week 4 of this tournament already, but I'd say that was some of the most insane stuff we've seen so far.
That's really cool.
Kazuto typing "phew" into the race time chat with a single exclamation point.
Caesar had typed earlier about when they died in Sanctuary getting space jump. Kazuto saying, "I'm making sure to say thanks, game, for all of these helpful hints as well."
So is Caesar gonna find light suit shortly? I think he is.
Oh my god, they're right there, yeah. So that reliquary play actually kind of mattered.
Yeah, Kazuto's in go mode now. Just has to go clean up Aegon and lower Torvus and Sank.
Yeah. And I mean, Caesar's on their way to Torvus. It's just, are they going to go to Grove anytime soon? Granted, Energy Controller could have a hint pointing them there. Okay, there's the suit.
Whoopsies.
I think Caesar thought they had screw attack and just was like, oh, okay. I think they've done this dash.
This one isn't too precise. Like, that'll make it.
Yeah.
Or not?
They made
it wasn't as strong as I thought it was, I guess. Trying to roll jump. I see a lot of people do this sometimes, so they try to do a roll jump instead of a dash, and I don't know why. Roll jumps are way harder and more precise than dashing. But yeah, light suited acquired.
I mean, at least this is the one room where you won't take any terminal fall damage.
Yeah, that's true. For some reason, this room doesn't have terminal fall damage. Yeah, I don't understand the roll jumping over scan dashing. Hey, you do what you're comfortable with, but
he just got damage boosted onto the platform, I think.
Oh,
that's
really?
So good. I think he needs to go
I only
Pirates.
glanced at it, I didn't see it. These pirates are obnoxious.
They're really obnoxious. Plus they do like, what, 5 to 10 damage per shot. So my pro tip is to stand on like those fins on the side, and that just gets you closer to the platform.
Yeah, the rods. You might as well use their terrain to make
that dash isn't
the dash
as
as easier as possible.
Yeah, it just makes an already like not too bad dash just even better.
Caesar's gonna get a thanks game hint right now with Fortress Transport access.
So I'm still curious if Caesar's gonna go back to they're gonna get their missile launcher. It's an upgrade. Oh my god, imagine getting a major upgrade hint and then missile launcher, and you're like halfway through a seed and you're making a play. Okay, yeah, so Caesar going to Reliquary now.
I wonder why Kazuto's deciding to do Torvus first instead of Sank Aegon into Torvus.
They haven't moved the statue.
I know, but that avoids the statue. I think.
Good point.
I think Kazuto might want to grab the Equalizer because If you already had Echo Visor, this would make a lot of sense because then you could use Echo Visor to get at the staging area, and that gets you into aerial training site like right off the bat. You're there, and then you can go in the light world, go to Aegon, etc. But
they have
Echo Visor
now,
Echo Visor's in Gathering Hall right now, and I don't really think it's worth grabbing. So
maybe they were just gonna go back to Sank through here.
Oh, maybe they're just gonna go to Aegon actually, right after this key.
Oh, that
could also be a play. Okay, but they did just open the Seeker lock, so that's probably not true. Probably not correct. But yeah, with no Echo Visor, you're gonna have to go all the way around Sank and then go all the way back to Aegon too. Yeah, I just meant if you needed Echo, which at this point, Gathering Hall is not a good idea for Echo. It would have just been better to route the areas in the opposite order.
But I mean, all that they would need Echo for is just to get to Watch Station, which they have screw attack, so going there from Aegon's side is it's better.
Yeah. I believe it'll also put you closer to a save station if you finish on aerial training site.
This seed is well on its way to sub 2, and I feel like it just won't end. It feels like it's come forever.
I think it'll be finished in probably just over 2 hours, maybe even under. Still, I'm not sure.
Yeah, like this is still a reasonably fast seed. No bosses being required is big. Well, no major guardians, I should say. Like Reliquary was, bad, but early Dark Visor, early Seekers. Early reasonable suit locations too. Like I think
suits are the ones that troll me usually in these seeds. Either suits or Dark Visor, because like Dark Visor usually, actually for the 10 things that require Dark Visor, you cannot skip. And Light Suit's got some skips, but like all of them are dumb and not worth going for in a tournament match. Those usually end up stumping me. So Caesar has hints, has Ing Reliquary. That puts Caesar into go mode as well. Except, oh no, the screw attack. I'm always forgetting the screw attack.
They're in no mode.
They need to find screw attack because they don't know about that yet. At this point, unfortunately for Caesar, screw attack can be almost anywhere.
And it being in Plaza is a little bit out of the way.
Yeah, pretty out of the way. Because there isn't anything else in Upper Torvis that's required to be picked up.
Yeah, just like when you have the other checks that are immediately available and you're like full clearing Torvis, that's like not necessarily your first line of business. And if you're incentivized to go lower Torvis first, then yeah, nice hint.
Checking Fortress Transport access is fair though.
Reasonable, but not going to be anything important.
I knew it. Haha. That door rim is very annoying. From Mini Gyro to Hall of Combat Mastery. You wanna roll into it, not start rolling on it. Whenever you're morphed in front of a door and you're waiting for the door to open, don't hold up into the door frame, because when the door is opening, you're kind of rubbing against its collision and you're slowing yourself down.
Yeah.
When you're waiting for doors to open, just morph a little bit a ways from the door. And then as soon as the door is fully opened, then start rolling through it, because then you're not going to hit anything.
And you're going to have more speed.
Yeah, you'll have more speed on the other side of the door. It's just a minor optimization. I think Kazuto's probably going to do that right now, actually. Yeah, there you go. That's how you roll through doors.
Speedrunners in the making, right here. If you don't already know already, Echoes is a fantastic speed game. Has a bit of a learning curve, but it's got some very, very cool tech. Like, sure, Samus isn't an Samus is not a Olympic level track star with her head turned on sideways like in Prime 1, but She's got a whole toolkit under her belt. All the bomb space jumps and better out of bounds movement. Movement's still pretty cool, even if it's not quite as crazy fast as Prime 1's all the time.
Gotta show that watch station door who's boss. I'm bombing it.
I always forget to change the light beam going to that door. 80%, 100%, doesn't matter. I almost never have light beam ready.
In any percent, I do it when I'm walking out of bounds.
It's usually getting trolled super hard. That spider track
can
that spider track can stop you, and then he just got shot off by the pirate missile.
I think I know I saw Kazuto jump on the scan post for activating the cannon and then jump over the wall. I don't know if Caesar did that too, but if you're doing that strat where you jump on the scan post first, you can actually just charge your beam and just shoot the pirate as you're jumping over the gate with a super, or you can spam Annihilator too as you're like jumping and waiting to fall. So that pirate can be killed for free.
I wonder where Cobalt Translator is. I don't think we've seen a quad hit
Under
yet, just
temple.
Yumos? Oh, it is?
No,
Oh,
I
you're
was
guessing?
I was just making a silly
I was
guess.
like, did I miss something?
Under temple.
Nice. Specifically Powerbomb Guardian. Oh, the bonk!
Yeah, when you
Great.
get this, definitely screw attack cancel. Like do another screw attack and
Or just
cancel it.
don't- Yeah. Or you can bonk low and still get it. Oh, Kazuto knows about the tech. Wow, they still landed too. That's that's so cool.
That was kind of silly.
Yeah, there's a little gap in that force field. And it's just wide enough that you can scan through and
It isn't even really.
deactivate it.
Well, okay, yeah, the gap is a bit small, but the standable collision around that is pretty big.
Yeah. It's not hard.
Normally that requires echo to get as well, but
Is
that in
screw
logic?
attack block too?
is that in logic? To scan trick on this difficulty?
It's not hard. With screw attack, it's probably
I know it's not hard. I was
beginner or
thinking
intermediate. I would say no more than intermediate.
no more. Yeah, probably not beginner. So I guess echo visor is probably logically required.
Depends
Gathering
on.
hall. Free missile.
Maybe Cobalt's on O'Lear. Maybe it's just
Now
vanilla.
it's time for Aegon. Although I'm pretty sure Aegon going backwards through main gyro is faster than going down this way. Going through main gyro has more rooms that you can just boost through. These
good
rooms are
point.
these rooms are more vertical, so there's less room for just boosting on flat ground.
Kazuto showing that Resbit who's boss.
Oh, and Bellator saying that, yeah, it is on logic for beginner with screw attack, so I guess Echo is not logically required for the seed. And neither was Annihilator then.
Yeah, but those items can be for sure be red herrings, but since supers are pretty much going to be required unless you somehow wall crawl from abandoned base. Not somehow, if you do it.
Oh, and Sue's now finally checking Hall Modern Dead.
This could lead them back to Torvis, but Kazuto still has the SDK advantage. Like at this point, I would say
not been to Torvis yet. I'm pretty sure they dipped once, right?
I don't know.
I couldn't imagine they grabbed the light suit and then checked wind chamber, I think, and then dashed across.
They went to Reliquary.
Yeah, they went to Reliquary after that, so probably didn't go to Torvis entrance. Maybe that's what they're planning to do now. Delaying an area that you have a translator for to get intel is not usually a play I would make unless I knew of something in in a different area already.
It just happened to work out for Kazuto because of that dark beam.
Yeah,
like that dark beam was huge.
Kazuto just did a terminal follow abuse trick, by the way. If you screw attack to the other side and bonk off the wall, you can hit the trigger to spawn up on the other side, which is pretty useful. I think that's a logical thing on beginner, but that's only really helpful for like random elevators, I think. I don't know.
I'm not sure what that helps for because you still get the cannon.
Oh yeah, you do still have the cannon. Never mind. This is a time saver. It's a. I wanted to say no. I wanted to say no morph ball, but you can't screw attack without morph ball. If you try to screw attack without morph ball, you kind of just get like a little nudge. Yeah. It's like a tiny third jump.
Yeah, it's like one of those hidden like things that Retro Studios did in the engine, where it's like you get a tiny height boost and then it's like
the
screw attack stuff.
Yeah, it's like there's like a part of the screw attack like sequence and code that's like before the morph ball like use, because screw attack is basically a morph ball state, or at least it's at least an extension of it.
Yeah, it extends or inherits like the morph ball related functions, like the
So if you don't have morph ball, then it can't be called.
But, bonk. Yep.
Yeah, bonk too high.
Yeah, you have to delay that space jump for that to work properly, and it's great 100% because you lose like over a minute having to do the puzzle if you fail getting to storage seat.
You don't have to do the puzzle. There's the standable terrain with screw attack. You can get back up in like 10 seconds.
Wait, what?
You don't know about this? You can climb this room without doing the puzzle. If you jump on the monitor by the door leading to the bomb slot room, you can stand on some other terrain and then screw attack to where the item is. Oh. And then get to the door. I'll show you that sometime. It's cool. Because then you don't have to scan.
I mean, I almost never fail that screw attack, but it just sucks when you do. Yeah, I'll definitely need to learn that. That's not bad. Because that kind of sucks too, because it's done pretty late in the run, because you're doing Aegon cleanup as the last thing you do before you do Temple Grounds and get to the end game. This puzzle music is kind of a banger.
A banger. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Sure, I'll give you that.
Dun. It's good.
The item ambience is also pretty good. I now like silently associated with rip another bonk. I silently associated with the no space jump under temple screw attack wall item float.
Hold like the one that's present in all 3 games.
Yeah, I think it is present in all 3 games.
Yeah, it is. Also, I didn't realize this, but the translators have a distinct ambient sound from keys and expansions.
Oh, they do? I didn't know that.
It's a little bit similar to keys, but I think it's higher pitched.
I'll have to listen to that later then. I was under the impression that keys didn't have an ambient sound. Maybe I just haven't paid attention to it.
And the funny thing is also, I learned it from DCR. The key ambience is not looped correctly, so it just fades out and then fades back in if you're there long enough.
Funny.
Does it slap?
That's it for Kazuto though. All 9 Sky Temple keys and time to warp to start and beat the final bosses.
Yeah, a dark suit with what 70 tanks or
that's
like a billion.
Way more than enough.
6, that's still comfortable. Very, very comfortable.
We saw someone fight final bosses with 6 energy tanks a couple days ago. I don't remember who it was, but they did die to Dark Samus once. And then almost died the second time too.
I mean, Varia with 3 tanks is not easy for me. You have to have basically
Varia with 3 E-tanks. I don't even know if it's doable consistently. That sucks. And if you get centered immediately, you're just dead. I think.
You basically either need Cannonball or you need to have like really good Embering 2 like refills.
Yeah.
And then
I've done 4 once. Somehow on my first try.
I mean, I've even died with like Dark Suit and 3 tanks because I screwed up so bad with the final bosses. With Embering specifically.
Love that slope jump getting into the portal. Wrong beam though. I make that mistake.
That's a pretty satisfying jump. The slope jump to skip having to go under and do the Mechlops in Dynamo access in Sanctuary. You do that in 100%.
That's a good one. The one to get out in Dynamo Works back to the elevator. That one feels good too.
And then the ones you taught me for Abandoned Worksite, for specifically the going from Forgotten Bridge.
Oh, screw that one. That one sucks. I hate that trick.
Yeah, but there's no like better. There's no good way of.
Yeah, there's nothing better other than.
That's like the least bad way of getting to that room. Oh, probably wanting more missiles.
I'm not sure why, because there are guaranteed 10 missile drops in Sky Temple.
Oh, Caesar's finally gonna go get the screw attack.
Yeah, and I was saying Caesar's on the way to screw attack.
Yeah, and sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay, let me be clear. I actually wasn't listening. But I mean, yeah, Kazuto is in prime shape here.
Sub 2 is still possible with really good final bosses.
Yeah, it's
like a really optimal final boss time once you step in the light warp. Like when the no final bosses race timing is over. Final bosses, like,
this will be around 158 pace,
are about 3 minutes. Like with a really good fight, you can do it in an extra 3 minutes of RTA. So with decent final bosses, sub 2 is still possible. There's a lot of people who say final bosses are so much longer, but really is only like 3.5 to 4 minutes if you get Dark Samus 4 skip.
I mean, Emperor Ring 3 is pretty lengthy casually, but yeah, these are much faster final bosses than in Prime 1. Although Prime 1 has gone down quite a bit.
Someone in chat is saying, is there a setting that changes Sky Temple wall jumps to an elevator shaft, so you have to fight Emperor Ring 3 the really long way? Well, if you want to fight Emperor Ring 3 the really long way, you can skip Space Jump.
You can do 3 or 4%. Well, 3% is task only right now.
Yeah, you can do 3%. Beat the game with only bombs, screw attack, and either blaze suit or dark suit in your inventory.
I will say, pro tip for Kazuto, check out the 100% strats for this fight. When you have Sunburst Annihilator, or just Annihilator period, Annihilator is super good for Emperor Ring 1.
Yeah, and if you like the Super Missile strat too, then you can watch the 90% run. See, it's actually really simple. When the fight starts, you can think about the position of like Emperor Ring's body as like 6 o'clock, like on a clock or whatever, and that's where you shoot the first super. Then you dash twice to the right and shoot another super at 3 o'clock. Then you shoot another super going counterclockwise again, roughly at about noon. And then you go back and shoot your final super at about 5 o'clock, clockwise.
You have to wait that long. Oh, he's doing it.
Annihilator. Woo! No, Kazuto wasn't trying to use Cannonball and Tentacles. Kazuto was trying to bomb jump and lay a power bomb in the air to hit the Tentacles. That is actually a pretty good strat if you fail the one cycle.
Yeah, personally, I wait for the Tentacles to already hit the ground and rotate probably around once, because I don't think doing it early enough, I don't think I can hit them like before they cycle around once.
You can destroy the Tentacles with Cannonball? I didn't know that.
No, with power bombs. I lay a power bomb.
No, as they're saying, you can destroy them with Cannonball.
Oh. Yeah, I think I learned that recently, actually. I just forgot.
I wasn't aware of that.
I think that's something that Dice Ron told me.
Just don't fail the one cycle.
Okay, yeah, this was definitely Caesar's first time in Torvus, which kind of crazy since he only needed to go there for screw attack and I don't think really anything else.
There's a Hydro Dynamo station.
The key, but I mean, yeah.
But I don't think anything else is in Torvus, so pretty dry Torvus. Echo's there too, but Echo isn't really useful. Oh, are they only really vulnerable to Cannonball for a bit after the end of an attack? That's weird. Also, should mention, Emperor Ring, Sky hitboxes by its heels, they're vulnerable to screw attack, so if you screw attack lower to the ground, you'll be able to screw attack them. Screw
I
attack
thought it was just a single
36
hitbox
damage.
just like directly underneath the head, but
It might be a
I've heard it
single
both
hitbox,
ways.
but I don't think it's underneath the. I don't know. Maybe it is underneath the head, but like when I describe what you're trying to hit the heels of the legs, kind of like about that height. Yeah, 36 damage per frame from screw attack. Lots of damage. Gotta walk to the light. And now it's time for Dark Samus 3 and probably Dark Samus 4 too. Unless Kazuto knows the skip. Which I assume they might. Saves a lot
possible.
of time. Okay, Kazuto did.
Okay, they know that. Okay, they definitely know.
25 Annihilator damage plus the 2 from Power Beam puts Dark Samus at just the right amount of health. If you do any more damage to Dark Samus before this attack starts, then
She immediately centers
Dark
you.
Samus will go to Dark Samus 4 immediately. Oh, it looks like
probably not
Kazuto's trying to do it with Dark Beam, not Screw Attack. Oh, never mind. Just
they
not
didn't
going for
bond.
the initial.
Got some damage there.
Not using Dark Visor though. If you have Dark Visor here,
More
use
damage.
it because you can see Dark Samus as she's moving around.
I think Kazuto got caught in the force field hitbox or something because they dealt a good amount of damage. GG's.
Oh,
That is
GG's,
time
yeah.
for Kazuto at with a race time GG time of 2 hours and 23 seconds.
It's not right DS4 skip. GG's.
And it looks like we have seen a forfeit from Caesar.
Let's get them both in here for an interview.
Looks like they're in setup already. We should be seeing them any minute. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Congratulations.
What did you think of the seed?
Hey, Caesar.
Hey, okay, there we go. My mic wasn't working for a moment.
Sounds like me.
A bit more backtracking than I would have liked, but not bad overall. No, the bad part was me losing 20 minutes to dying twice in the same spot.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. It was actually really, really close for a while there. I think, Kazuto, you went to get the space jump and the spider ball much earlier than Caesar did. Well, you went to... Like, Caesar, you did Jump Guardian, and then you learned about that boost ball or cannonball in Junction Site. So we were like, okay, Caesar is making ground by getting the space jump now, while Kazuto is entering labs from the front. Because we were thinking, okay, your progression is probably that boost ball that you know about, that Kazuto doesn't know about yet. So we were thinking you could make up the ground, but then the 2 deaths and then Kazuto stumbling into Dark Beam was pretty unfortunate, like the way it worked out that way.
That's
But really
the
good for
first
Kazuto.
time I've had Dark Beam in forever.
Yeah, that was a
Stupid
troll
vanilla
for sure.
Dark Beam.
No,
I've
that
had
was crazy.
Dark Burst in Dark Beam several times recently.
Yeah, it was crazy too because Kazuto, you went like straight for labs and you did front to back. So Aaron and I were just like, well, like this is a big gamble because front to back labs isn't the fastest thing in the world. And with Torvis having opened up because of Spider
Boost
Ball,
ball.
because of that boost ball, we were just like, well, it could be an underground tunnel. There's also some Sank stuff that can be done as well, depending on where Dark Beam is, if it's there. Nope, vanilla.
Yep, vanilla. And then that Dark Beam gave you the boost ball after, or you got the boost ball after, and then Incash 4 had Annihilator, which wasn't useful, but we were like, oh my god, there's another item that Caesar is probably going to miss out on once Dark Beam's found, because you might not go back for that. But it ended up not being required.
Yeah, Aegon was totally stacked. Like when I saw the boost ball and the spider ball, and I knew Space Jump was right off of that.
It's
And
Aegon
Bomb
Plus.
Guardian had main PBs, and Annihilator was at the front of Dark Aegon. Like, so many items there.
Yeah, I thought about Incash 4 like about 20 minutes ago, and I'm like, it's not worth it to go all the way over there because I'm nowhere near it. And I just have to hope it's not Screw Attack.
Yeah, because you end up getting screw attack pretty much right after you got boost ball, because you already had dark beam, so you decided to play Taurus from the side. I'm guessing you were looking for supers. That's what we were thinking too. And then
I was
reading ammo
thinking
cans.
that progression, because of dark beam being where it was, like Torvis was my next thought immediately. The whole reason I avoided Torvis earlier on was because no boost ball, and obviously front side I didn't have gravity boost, so I knew without dark beam that front side of Torvis wasn't going to be the play. And then when I got dark beam and then immediately boost right afterwards, I knew I'd be able to go in from the Aegon side, so I figured that would be faster routing. And then once I got in that way, I just figured I'd go up to check, where screw attack wound up being.
I still can't believe that first death I had, because the Dark Aether damage sound had completely cut out, and then I died.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really close. We were hoping that you were going to live. Like, as soon as you jumped out of the safe zone, we knew it was going to be close, and then...
Well, yeah, I knew it was going to be close, too, but... yeah, I thought I was going to have about 3 energy, but then I got caught on the edge of the door, and... then... yeah, like, I had to be within a couple frames of being completely safe, or for the healing to kick in, but...
And that second death, that huntering, smacked your morph ball around a little bit, and that extra damage was enough to kill you, unfortunately.
It shouldn't have even been aggroed. It should have been on the other side of the room, beyond the central wall area. I've never had it come over there because I killed the first one. It was the second one that's in the room that just ended up over there. And at the same time, I had that one bomb that just didn't send me out of the tunnel there, which gave that time to get back into standing form and attack. Just a series of unfortunate events.
Annoying. But after that, your routes actually kind of diverged when you were getting super missiles, because you exited Torvis and then you wrapped around to GFMC, you read the hint in Fortress Transport Access about supers, and you did Sank entrance to grab them, right? I'm pretty sure that was what happened. And then Caesar, you committed to Sank, and you went up Sank from Aegon, and then you looped all the way around to the really nice roll jump in Watch Station Access, and you found supers almost exactly at the same time.
I can't believe how many times I messed up both Watch Station Access and Watch Station.
Yeah, it just comes with practice. I've been there.
It's something I've practiced a lot. I'm just out of practice.
Mm-hmm.
I got that hint for Echo Visor too, and I had thought about... I knew that was out of logic without gravity boost. I had thought about trying to grab that just to
Is that out of logic without gravity boost?
I believe it was in Gathering Hall.
You can get to Gathering Hall without... Because you're supposed to get the first time you visit Gathering Hall, you're not expected to have a gravity boost.
Yeah, you're supposed to go through Training Chamber by boosting the spinner.
Oh,
and then once you boosted the spinner, you go around and you can power bomb the floor. I don't think it would have been worth grabbing Echo to go up staging area for aerial training site though.
Yeah, because outside of a potential SDK somewhere behind physically Echo, Watch Station Access.
No, you routed your cleanup pretty well though. With Sank and Aegon. We knew you probably weren't going to do the reverse statue trick or anything like that, so it ended up working out nicely for you.
Going to SDKs, can we talk about how Kazuto, you nearly died in Reliquary?
Yeah, I wanted to bring it up because that's definitely the elephant in the room.
So Kazuto, you found a Cannonball in Path of Roots, and you were going to get that early on, but then I think you ducked out because you were taking a bunch of damage and didn't have light beam switched out. So you came back later after you got the hint?
So when I had Annihilator on instead of Light Beam, and I tried twice to open the door and was still taking damage by the door, I took that as my sign to just bail on it. Because I have done that Ing Reliquary dip with just Dark Suit before, without Cannonball, and I know it takes 8 or 10 E-tanks to safely make the trip there and back. So I figured
there are some
no
pockets.
suit.
where you can be protected, like near that.
Yeah,
light
you were
core.
using some of them, just not all. You
Yeah,
can do
right.
that dark suit check in 6 as well. 5 might be possible, but
Oh wow.
I don't know. Probably.
And
not.
apparently you can but you can DBJ, like double bomb jump, and get enough height to reach the key from the bottom of that room. Apparently.
Yeah, you can do it with a double bomb jump into an unmorph. I don't know if a triple bomb jump staying morphed works. It might, but yeah, I was thinking because you like rolled underneath the key. I thought you were just gonna bomb jump into it, but then you unmorphed originally, and then when you remorphed, when you missed the key, you had 1 HP left, and we lost our minds.
I was shocked that I didn't die there because I knew if I didn't get that with that
One
cannonball, I would have to go searching for a light suit.
I was convinced that last unmorph and morph that you were dead, but 1 health.
1 HP, and then there was the thing.
So
after
you're the one who stole that 1 health from me. That's where it went.
Yeah, there were close
saved
calls
you.
by frames on either side. Kazuto barely living and Caesar barely dying. What was the thing that happened in Phazon grounds after you got the key? You kind of like you boosted around. We thought you were gonna bomb jump to the door in Phazon grounds when you were leaving because you wanted to stay in Cannonball, but you went to the other side and it looked like you baited a Metroid. I thought you were getting drops, but then you bomb jumped anyway and the Metroid like knocked you off the wall.
Yeah, I
something
thought I might be able
similar?
to lure him to the door to kill it. At that point, it was just
When he
nerves
bumped
from
you,
nearly
you
dying in
launched.
Reliquary.
When you
It
got launched, I laughed pretty hard. I've never seen anything like that before.
Like, yeah, I've never seen anything like that either. Like, basically for 2 seconds, it became Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, except the Metroid.
Nice.
Yeah, when I knew that whole, I figured chat would enjoy that entire segment.
Yeah, you definitely go back and watch that. You'll get a laugh out of it.
Yeah, I guess my only pro tip that Aaron and I were kind of talking about is because Torvus opened up with at least 2 hints because of Emerald, even without supers, that seemed like the right play to make. And, you know, it turned out just because of where Screw Attack was, but yeah, I think overall, like, even though Sank did open up and it did end up being required, like, I probably would have dove into Torvus myself first just because of the Path of Roots and the Underground Tunnel hint.
Yeah, even with the deaths, Caesar was pretty much like right on the tail, other than the Screw Attack,
Yeah.
which
Like,
was
even
just
then, it was
unfortunately
still
the
close.
best spot. I don't know. No one read a Screw Attack hint either, so
Nope.
it was either a lower Torvus hint or it was a silly Cobalt hint.
Yeah, and who knows where Cobalt was.
Yeah.
Could still be under Temple.
Didn't we get a hint for Cobalt?
If you did, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, me neither.
Was there a hint for Boost Ball?
No.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
There was a hint for
Caesar
supers,
just saw it before
two-
getting Spider.
2 light beam hints, and what else? The storage D hint in Meeting Grounds. That was a good one.
Yeah, that would have been nice to read earlier, but both of you stumbled upon Dark Beam instead.
I mean, it kind of just you were kind of incentivized to stay like in that area of Temple Grounds and Aegon. But
No, it does not seem like we got a hint for.
So it was interesting, Caesar. You had Boost Ball when you were getting Dark Beam, so you found the Dark Suit, and we are like, oh, you know, that could play to your advantage. And then almost right after, because you found the Dark Suit in, or you found the other suit in Windchamber Gateway. So we're like, oh, well, there's that other suit too. And we were thinking that if you were gonna need Light Suit for Ing Reliquary, that you would just find it anyway, because it was like in between. Like I said, it was sand processing.
it was
So
it was in between
in
Sand
between
Canyon.
SDKs. You would have found it if you were checking items on the way.
But I mean, didn't end up mattering anyway.
You just skipped it instead.
Yeah,
Pro gamer.
I specifically went to check Windchamber Gateway once I had Screw Attack because
That's a good play.
I got screwed over by that check before I orphaned super missiles there on a seed.
Yeah, Windchamber Gateway doesn't really have that many checks. It's just Space Jump, Power Bombs, and Screw Attack, I think. Like, that's it. I don't think anything else is needed.
You don't even need Screw Attack. It's
Yeah, not
rapid.
from. I mean, if you're coming from GFMC side, because no supers.
Yeah.
And they were thinking, oh, maybe Pod W has it, and then that didn't even matter in the end.
I do like that we got an ETM hint.
Oh, so you did. Was it the the in-cache hint for Hive Dynamo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because your stream kind of like cut out right as the text popped up, so I wasn't sure if you have it on your screen right now.
Oh, I thought it was
I'm
like
at 163,972 drop frames this stream.
Well, we still got to enjoy you watching or we're playing it. We
Hey,
still
Caesar,
saw what was going on.
considering the extremely cold weather you survived, I think you being okay matters more than the drop frames.
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, the frustrating thing is the download speed here has been fine. It's just that my upload is fluctuating between 1 megabit and 5, when it's supposed to be at least 20.
That's nice. That sounds not frustrating at all.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Especially seeing as I back up data to the cloud frequently, and this slows it down massively.
Yeah, for us, I mean, it was like just a few intermittent. It was like intermittently, like maybe a second or so of like drop frames.
Yeah, it was completely watchable. You don't have to worry about that at all.
It wasn't too big of a deal.
All right, it's just seeing that pretty massive number for a stream is like, I have no idea how bad this is, but I'm not going to open up the stream because sometimes that makes it worse.
Nothing. Anything else to add about the seed?
Caesar, I did very nearly die in Stank Spider Slide early on. I got into the light bubble with like 8 HP left.
Oh, right,
See,
that's right.
Were you smart and grabbed a second E-tank before heading that direction, unlike me?
I did have 2 at that point, yeah. And then
I did it with 1.
honestly, I'm not too sure about the like damage requirement for the key that was there. So I just sat in the bubble for a little while to refill my health.
From what I was doing, about 120 energy from exiting the bubble to getting back in it seemed to be roughly it.
Oh yeah, good thinking, Aaron.
Faster if you had like boost ball.
Yeah, absolutely follow our runners.
Yeah, they did put on a really good show today. You can find Caesar at twitch.tv/MightyCaesar37, and you can find Kazuto at twitch.tv/Kazuto. Shouts to Aaron too and Op for being just amazing on the commentary and tracking today.
Yeah, Op was amazing on the tracking. Doing solo tracking is not trivial, and I can't remember a single mistake. Like literally not one. So thanks, Op.
Minor correction. My Twitch should be twitch.tv/MetKazuto.
Oh, there you go. Met Kazuto with it. So MET Kazuto.
Yep.
Gotcha. Thanks for the correction.
Do you pronounce it Kazuto, not Kazuto?
Or
Kazuto, yeah.
That's how we were saying it, so I'm glad.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
because there are multiple ways to pronounce it that are legitimate as far as I'm aware.
I think this was our last race for today, but we do have, I believe, 2 or 3 races tomorrow. Yes, we have 3. So we have, oh wow, they're all really close to each other too. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST, we have Crash versus Iliaster. Then at 8:30, we have my commentator Bash versus DCR. They're doing their, both of you are 3-0, correct? So
that's
playing.
correct.
You are playing for top 8 1 week early already. Because 4-0 will get you into top 8. And then there's also a 9:30 p.m. match, Linofist versus Reed Whaley? Is it Wally? I just say Reed. Versus Reed, one of the tournament coordinators. So make sure to check those out.
And Aaron, I think you'll be on comms for my match as well, if that's...
I am.
Oh, with Digglerath, yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And Op82 tracking that too. Excellent.
Op's been on
That's
point
gotta-
this entire tournament with tracking me as well as commentating. He's been really active for that. Thanks, Op.
All right.
Yeah, big
Guess
shout out to Op.
ready to sign off then?
Yeah, I think so. You can also, let's see here. There's a Discord link for the Randomizer Discord if you want to join. Specifically for people in Twitch chat. That's, I don't know if I can pronounce that on stream that well. So you can also find the Discord link through randomizer.metroidprime.run. I've got nothing else personally. Being Reliquary is a fun time.
Well, thanks for the commentary, guys.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for putting on a great show.
GG
Thanks for
Caesar.
watching too.
And so I'll go ahead and sign us off. Once again, I have been Bash Prime. And I just want to thank again Op82 and my co-commentator. I don't know if you want to plug yourself or if I'm plugging you with the social media, the twitch.tv.
I don't want to be plugged. Watch Bash. Bash is a good streamer.
You're better at this game than I am, so I mean,
what does that matter?
Okay. I mean, I act like an idiot on stream for fun. But yeah, I'm Bash Prime. Thank you, Aaron, again for joining me on commentary. It's always a fun time. And more races are to be had. So tomorrow, next week, then bracket stage afterwards. It'll be good. So have a good night, everyone. And we will see you next mission. I totally did not copy that off of Captain MD13 and just the Metroid series, period. I'm done. I'm out of here. I can't say anything else. I'm just going to keep filling this episode with just filler content. All right, I'm done. Good night, everyone.
Thanks.